When last we left off, the party had begun their trek west from Thorbald's Deep and run into a little bit of trouble along the way, but they've survived so far. I think they're all a little beat up at the moment, but you guys are still kicking.
Heck yeah, we are.
So what would you guys like to do?
Travel west.
Yes,
I can't really remember where we were traveling or what we were doing.
We're trying to get to the town on the other side of this lake, and the only way to do that is to go around. And so we
Valville.
decided to the west around it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And there we're going to hijack a flying machine and save the world.
We might just ask.
No. I think the first one sounds more in keeping with the spirit of things.
Okay, it depends whether, Skippy or Faewyn gets there first. Skippy will. He's way fast.
It really does matter. And it is also correct. Skippy will get there first.
I'm going there.
Yeah, so Ryan, I think we're just gonna keep trekking along the coast until you tell us otherwise that something large has changed. I think that's it. The plan.
Okay. So the first day goes by uneventfully, and as you end the day, you do note that the coast is starting to turn northward at this point. So you guys will have to change course if you're going to continue along the edge of the lake.
Yep. Does anybody want to do something different?
Have we seen any more of the giants?
Nope.
Have we seen anything in the skies?
Nope. It's been a totally clear day. No monsters of any kind in sight. Feels pretty good.
I'm paying attention to the tracks and stuff like that I see along the ways for anything that's unusual, that sort of thing.
Okay, you can give me a survival check.
Guidance.
Advantage? Is anybody going to help me?
I'm sorry, Faewyn isn't. Would somebody else?
Evad would probably help you.
I was gonna say, I'm not very good at it.
Turns out I didn't need his help after all.
No, that's a pretty darn good check. So scouting around, you do see that there's still signs of giants and unusually large-sized everything. Like you got mammals, insects, lizards, all kinds of different stuff of large size that have been through the area within the last few days, but you haven't seen any signs of any of that nearby.
Okay, I'll convey that to the group, my concerns to the group, and how lucky we are that we've managed to avoid the large size everything.
I'm gonna ask Skippy and Evad to keep an eye out for lone ones that maybe we can take down, and we can maybe get ourselves a little bit of a stockpile of some food.
Hunting it is. Survival check, I bet.
Yep.
Evad's gonna give me advantage.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, resources are a little scarce in this area, but you do manage to secure a couple of days of rations.
All right, so we're going to use the usual watch, or maybe we should just set up a new watch. I think we don't really have. I don't know. I'll take a watch. Maybe I'll take first watch.
Okay. And sorry, I cut out with the how many rations did we get?
2.
Oh.
And if I remember correctly, we have no food left.
Correct. Does Evad have Outlander?
Check that right now. Because if not, you guys might want to decide to do 2 separate checks. Have them both go in different directions hunting.
Right. You could just use my 23 from my first roll.
I have create food and water prepared if we need it.
Oh, there you go. Evad.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
I have create food and water prepared if we need it.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
I won't be able to cast it until the morning because I'm out of spells, but I can.
Okay. This is actually the next day, so you'd have your spells.
Excellent.
Description. He is an Outlander, so you guys don't have to worry about food.
Hey.
Okay, I'm
an Outlander.
Stock up a little bit. Just
okay. So for the watch at night, I've got Skippy up first.
I will go at the midnight watch because I have dark vision.
Pardon me?
I'll go for whatever like midnight watch would be. So I guess like third watch because I have the dark vision.
Okay.
I guess Evad's a human, so Evad would take maybe last watch.
Evad is half elf.
Half elf. Okay. Still no dark vision, I don't think though. So,
Give him last watch.
yeah, he gets last watch.
Ryan,
Yes.
I had to step away very briefly, but I
Yep.
was hoping that Faewyn could have done the opposite of Skippy today. Instead of keeping my eyes on everything, I was hoping to keep my eye on my book of my Orcish primer
Okay.
while writing Jinxie. Would that have been possible?
Sure thing. Sorry,
Awesome.
while writing what?
Jinxie's dead.
Never mind. Never mind.
While
Sorry.
riding Krabby,
Tragic.
maybe?
Now I'm sad. Yes. What Grun said.
Okay. So you're on Krabby. Yeah, you can give me a intelligence roll to see how that studying goes.
And is there any way that Grun could have been working on the primer on this hike, or is this not a good environment for work?
I don't think Grun would be able to. No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You haven't had like a safe spot to just sit and work on it. So Faewyn has another success.
Thank you.
Brings Faewyn up to 5 successes.
How many does she need?
25 to be fluent.
Oh, wow.
She'll get there.
Currently, there's enough in the primer to get you to day 20.
I'm sure I can get another 5 days out before we get there. Well, no, I'm not. Not at all.
All right. So, what happened?
The night passes uneventfully.
Okay, we'll just carry on and carry on.
Okay. Over the course of the day, as you turn north up along the edge of the lake, Skippy, you're still seeing the same types of tracks in the area. Lots of very large things live in this mountain range beside the lake, but you don't catch sight of anything.
Can Faewyn keep reading today?
Does something catch sight of us?
Nope. Faewyn has another success. And night passes uneventfully.
Yay!
I am still doing the hide in the hut thing. I was guessing you assumed that.
Yeah, I've been assuming that you guys have been sleeping in the hut, so it makes the odds of something getting close to you guys pretty remote.
Can we see the beginnings of or Valville now?
Not from where you are, no. And that night passes uneventfully. Wow, just nothing's going on.
About time.
You guys get to Valville.
Guys, mark this on the calendar. This is the first travel sequence that has been uneventful until our arrival at their destination. If you don't count that kerfuffle when we first left the mountain.
Gonna pop some tokens down here for group 2.
And I have my background is urchin, so I can get us through the city faster.
And I have over the course of the travel been using my hit dice, and I've managed to heal.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to.
Days, could we have healed ourselves?
Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 days that you guys have been traveling. So I'm just assuming that everybody's full health, has all their spell slots, and you're ready for excitement.
Yes.
I immediately cast shield 6 times. Don't
It's away for 2 minutes. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, so I've moved you guys all over to the Valville map.
I think it's
So the first thing that you guys notice is as you cross into farmland territory, that everything's overgrown. There's no food in the fields. There are large trees and bushes growing scattered throughout, and farm buildings that you've seen have been in a rather sorry state.
That is not a good sign.
Are there trees, bushes, and high grass to get in the way of your ball? Did anybody get that reference? Maybe. Okay.
Can I check traps to see or tracks to see how long it's been since somebody's been here?
Sure. You can give me a survival check.
Guidance.
Is it overgrown? Is it overgrown enough that we have to maybe cut our way through?
It's not that bad, no. But like you just note that the farmers' fields appear barren of any kind of foodstuffs, and the farmhouses that you've seen are rather run down. Skippy, you're not seeing any signs of foot traffic anywhere in the area.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah, this isn't looking all that promising right now. Maybe we should approach a little cautiously. They might not be happy to see us.
Or they might not be there.
Is it still supposed to be 30-foot per tile?
No, this should be 5 foot per tile, right?
Yeah, this is 30 feet per tile.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
immediately dash away from the rest of them.
Don't forget that your visual range will get you out of range of everybody pretty quickly if you do that.
I
can
follow
still
Skippy
see
and
Grun.
usually.
Anybody else coming? I'm
Do you
like,
think he's stealthy?
I'm scouting the way. I'm being stealthy. Oh, I should roll stealth.
Oh, you're being stealthy. No, I will go back a ways, and I will stealth, but I will stay back a bit from Skippy.
Evad's trying to be stealthy and not really succeeding at this point. As a matter of fact, Grun is stealthier than Evad is.
Grun is doing better than he's done in a very long time at this, and he's very pleased with himself.
Well, Skippy is a ghost.
Yep.
Of course. Ninja Kitty.
I kind of scout ahead, but I've basically gotten to the end of where I can see everybody, so I kind of need other people to move up.
How much space are you keeping between yourself and the rest of the party, Skippy?
What's my vision range right now?
Your dark vision is 60 feet.
Right. Okay. Oh, is it dark right now?
Yeah, you're getting here at the end of the day. It's cloudy and rainy, so it's not great vision.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so then yeah, we'll stay maybe like 60 feet behind.
Yeah, 60 feet. 60 feet. Yeah, and I'm guess I'm doing perception as I go, listening, looking, that sort of thing.
Okay. Listening, you're not hearing anything beyond the sound of raindrops pattering all around you and in the lake not too far to the east. You note that you're not seeing any kind of lights of civilization ahead or anything like that. It's just overcast and getting dark at the end of the day.
Okay, I'll go another 60 feet. And how often do you want me to roll stealth and perception?
How far can you move it around? 60 feet. So yeah, every 60 feet that you move, you can do another roll.
Okay. Oh, that should have been an advantage. No, I'm off by myself, so that's fine. I'll beat up that. That was survival anyway. Oops. I meant to roll stealth.
Okay, I think your stealth bonus is plus 12, right? So
Oh yeah.
You're pretty stealthy up there.
Yeah, I get advantage on that, but
yeah.
And my perception, which is not an advantage.
Again, you're not hearing or seeing anything beyond the fact that you're getting towards the edge of this particular field of the farm area.
Okay. Ooh, how's that for perception?
It's as good as it's ever been. It's still not getting you any additional information.
Oh, is this a building?
You can give me you can just see it. It appears to be a city wall that's in terrible repair. It's all fallen apart.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to wave everybody up to the wall and get directions as to which way we want to go. And tell everybody that, like, I don't see any evidence of life. Nobody's moved around in these areas for, like, years.
Years?
Okay, well then,
maybe Seraphina could fly.
Wasn't that guy with the ship here?
I didn't hear that. There was 2 people.
No, sorry. I was saying didn't that guy with the ship who was going to give us a ride, wasn't he going to bring us here? Like, didn't he say that?
Yeah. I thought he had said to this place he came from here or something.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. It hasn't been years past since we saw him. That I know of.
Calm down, Faewyn. It's not yet time related. It's not yet time related. Calm down, Faewyn.
We'll see. We'll keep an eye out.
Okay, which way should I go?
Well, why don't we let Seraphina see what's beyond the walls?
Oh, right.
Ryan, she can't actually fly over the wall.
Okay, I will get her over.
Are those
And
buildings
keep
as
in-
abandoned as they look?
Yes. And once she gets out of 100 feet range of you, you lose the ability to speak with her
Right.
and see through her eyes. But she can continue to search around if you want. Just she gets into trouble, you won't know about it.
Is this a crack that we could get in through?
Yep, that appears to be a large hole in the wall, big enough for people to get through fairly easily.
Okay. I will encourage people to come this way.
I will check the hole out for traps and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Like just looking for devices or anything somebody might have set up, like to make it collapse more or anything like that.
I'm off of Krabby now, and Lignyck is likely getting up there.
Okay. Yeah, you investigate. It doesn't look like there's anything suspicious about the wall. It's just collapsed at this point. Looks like it's just been years of disrepair and neglect.
Years, you say?
Have we been through any time weirdness, Faewyn?
Faewyn does have a very keen sense of time and direction, Ryan.
That's true. You haven't noticed anything strange on your journeys.
Did I notice anything strange about the gentleman who said he was coming back here? If I came back on him?
No,
The
no,
flagship.
nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna climb this wall,
Okay.
and just so I can get a better view around.
Yeah, your acrobatic skill is good enough that I'm not going to make you make a check or anything. Lots of handholds in the rickety old wall.
Yeah, I think I have a climb speed too, right?
Do you?
I think Tabaxi get a climb speed.
Oh yeah, climb 20. Yeah, so even better. Yeah, so you get up to the top of the wall. It is fairly dark now, so you're not able to see much further, but you do note that you're not seeing any lights from civilization in any direction as far as you can see.
I'm looking for some place that you might land airship.
Yeah, you definitely don't see anything like that in the area.
Okay, no big alcoves that like open up like the like might be like a, I don't know, a gnomish garage, that sort of thing.
Nope, you don't see anything like that in the area.
Okay, I jump back down. Well, I climb down and then jump the safe distance to the bottom, and
Okay.
say, oh, I don't see anything around that looks like it would be for airships. Perhaps we should move towards the center, but I think we should be careful because, you never know what kind of stuff comes into these old ruins.
The other thing is I can look with my arcane eye if we want. It can go a fair ways, but it could take us a little bit, or we can just go look together.
I'd rather send the arcane eye and take the time.
So, Brian, it says, doing a quick Google, it gives it an effective range of well over 3 miles. So,
Okay.
3/4 of a mile. Well, I just go out and do a circle. So that's going to be probably go a mile out and around and go high enough that I can see fairly well with it.
1 mile.
And up, unless it's very cloudy today.
That's 5,000 feet. Yeah, that should be more than enough to see. I'm just going to do a quick measurement here from where you guys are. Yeah, you can easily scout the whole town doing that. So I'll just move Seraphina around the town if you want.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to cross the spell off so I don't forget. Okay. I can't see you right now. Hold on. There we go. I just had to click off of me.
Skippy is gonna sit on the ground, bored, throwing little stones, waiting for Faewyn to be done. Looking like he's trying to get into trouble.
Seeing this, Grun will play catch with Skippy.
Skippy will squeal in delight.
I'm assuming the part you just skipped over has nothing of interest in it, Ryan?
Yeah, Seraphina's not finding anything of interest anywhere.
Yeah, I was picking up on that too.
Oops, I lost her.
No, I lost her. Oh, she's all the way over there.
Where'd she go? Oh, that was weird.
Oh, and this doesn't look like these are actual regular ships, right?
No, they're all pretty broken down, kind of sitting on the bottom of the water.
Yeah, they're water ships though, not airships.
Right.
And these as well? Water ships?
Yeah.
And no signs of life?
No, none.
I have lost where you are at the moment. Oh, there, I see.
So there's no signs of life, but there's signs of undeath.
Yeah, any signs of death? Like
Nope.
moving death.
Or like piles of bodies.
No, you don't see anything like that.
It's almost worse.
What makes an entire city pick up and disappear?
Do we see any signs of? Well, no, not we. Does the Arcane Eye see any signs of, like, battle? So, like, there's stuff that's been flung in. Stuff's burnt and smashed as opposed to just crumbled over time.
Faewyn would have to give me investigation checks to look for that kind of stuff through the eye. Faewyn, you find it odd. There's no signs of any kind of struggle. No buildings are at all burned. There's no bodies. Everything, to your sense, almost looks artfully decayed.
Interesting. Okay, 2 questions first. Could I send the eye a couple more spots?
Sure.
There,
Sorry, I didn't see where you said you wanted it.
in the big black spot in the center.
Was there still a big black spot in the center?
Oh yeah, I
covered
can't
it.
see most of the map.
Oh.
I only get the circles that wherever you stop Seraphina, I get a little 30-foot circle.
Oh my God. I was just zipping over the whole town, assuming it was uncovering it for you.
No,
Uh,
no. So
okay, if
basically,
you-
most of the edges are uncovered, but the middle is not. And so I was trying to see if there was anything interesting in the middle.
Ryan,
Okay.
if you want to, like, reveal the map on honors, we'll pretend we don't know what's actually there.
Or if you want to just move Seraphina where you can't see, that's fine too.
Okay, yeah, that works. Is there anywhere in here while I'm still exploring, Ryan, that would have showed signs of airships?
There's nothing that looks like it would have been dedicated to airships. The central area of town looks like it has wide open areas, like around this broken down fountain here. Like there would be enough room to land an airship there, but it doesn't look like it was specifically created for that purpose.
And my next question, you said artfully decayed. Dumb question, but hypothesis? Does she think this might have been like a decoy town?
I could see why you might think that. It's almost too clean, and like the way the buildings are all dilapidated, it looks like they were engineered to fall this way. Like your investigation was good enough that I would tell you that.
And I probably can't see if there's any signs of any underground tunnels, correct?
No.
But knowing what I know of geography and mountains, could I guess whether there likely would be anywhere in the vicinity?
You can give me a nature check. I mean, there's always the possibility that there could be caves and tunnels anywhere. Whether or not there's any specific to this town, you're not sure. You wouldn't know where to begin looking based on what you saw with the arcane eye. But as a gnome, I mean, you grew up in Steamton, and that town was entirely on the surface. So it's also possible that this is all there is to it.
Do I have any time remaining on my arcane eye after exploring the town?
How long does it last for?
An hour.
And how fast does it move?
30 feet, which translates to 3 miles approximately.
Yeah, I'm going to say no because it was...
That's just fine.
Like a lot of back and forth and investigating as you went and stuff. So
Yep.
I would say no.
I'm just wondering if there's any place we should explore outside the town before going in this potentially booby-trapped town.
I mean, are you willing to cast the spell again and send it out further, or?
I'm going to come back to you guys with all of this information and ask what you guys think and tell you it looks kind of weird. it looks like this is more deliberate than I would expect. Is it an illusion? Can I disbelieve? How do illusions work in this world, Ryan?
You could give me a wisdom save.
Oh, crap!
Okay, if you suggest that it's potentially an illusion, I try to attempt to disbelieve it.
It almost stopped on 18.
19.
Evad might try to.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
The gnomes are not your best talents here.
No kidding. But as hard as you guys try to disbelieve the existence of this town before you, you are unable to unsee it.
So I guess
I
it's
wasn't
there.
trying to unsee the town, just unsee all of the disrepair.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't work either.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like anything. So nothing drove them out, nothing like that. It's very perfectly dilapidated. So, I mean, what if we went around and looked like further into the mountains to see if there's something hidden in there, or like you said, maybe there is like a tunnel system somewhere. How do we go about finding that?
I think it's like we can go try and check out in here too, but I'd love to know if like people were supposed to be here.
Exactly. So like
But,
maybe
well,
there is something more to this town than what we're seeing. I mean,
I-
potentially they have. Oh, sorry.
let's head in.
Okay.
I was gonna say they also potentially at least have at least one flying ship, so they might have something higher up.
Is somebody controlling Evad?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you, Ryan. I tell them basically the layout. So if we head fairly far northeast, we'll get to the landing where I think a ship could have ended. There's a river in between us and them, and I didn't see any unbroken bridges. Northeast is exactly where we need to go to get to the edge of the bridge, though. Is there enough here to cross, Ryan?
Yeah, actually, on the west side of the bridge, it's a good 5 feet that's still intact and is sturdy enough to bear anybody's weight across.
And continue heading northeast from here to get to that spot. I'm trying to at least stay by Lignyck. And we're here.
Yeah, so you get to this area, and it's a wide open cobblestone area. It's easy to imagine that this would have been a bustling marketplace with all kinds of tents and stalls set up for people doing business outside of what looked like they would have been large academies and churches and whatnot. But there's no signs of life here.
Where's the church?
What was the church? Question.
Guys, if we
This
wait till
one.
tomorrow, I can potentially try and see if I can locate that airship.
I mean, we're not. I mean, we can be patient. We can wait a day for the potential of finding the new ship.
I'm gonna go and investigate this church.
Okay.
I'll go with Skippy.
I'll go.
All right, you want an investigation roll? Is that
I can help
Sure.
you with that.
lackluster? 17.
It's strange. There are words over the door that indicate that this would be a church, but you're not seeing any like meaningful religious symbols or anything in here. Like there's decayed statues with no sign of who the individuals could have been. You don't see anything up on the walls. You don't see anything really of where anybody would have given a sermon to a crowd. It's very strange in that you know it's a church, but it doesn't feel like it ever was one.
What language are the indications that it's a church on the outside? What language are they in?
Gnomish.
Would anybody be prepared to sit down and watch me?
Yep.
Well, for 10 minutes or so while I cast Detect Magic?
Yep.
Ryan, I'm sitting down for about 10 minutes or so and casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Is anybody going to do anything while Faewyn's doing that, or just waiting? I don't hear anything, so I assume you all just wait for 10 minutes. You get your Detect Magic spell up, and you're not detecting any magic in the area beyond what you guys brought in with you.
Thank you. So, Ryan,
Yeah.
she's really good at history,
Mm-hmm.
which I would assume would include the little things like what places looked like when people lived there, etc. over time.
Okay.
As she wanders through the town, I want to take a look for, do I think anybody's ever lived in these buildings?
You can give me a history check.
Oh!
Ooh, I can help you with that. I can help with that.
See that to help?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys are wandering through town, discussing things as you go. And a 19 is way better than a 1. Yeah, as you look through houses and buildings, you're not seeing the sorts of uh, artifacts that would indicate that anybody lived there. You're not seeing like piles of dishes, utensils, bedding, or anything like that. They did an amazing job of creating lasting structures. Like you'll see counters and shelves and cupboards and all that kind of thing, but they didn't bother with the smaller details. So it again gives you this feeling that this place was manufactured to look like this, that it wasn't ever meant to be lived in.
Are
Oh.
we in a giant mimic?
Oh, that would be fun.
Along those same lines, how does the building architecture of what we're looking at, how does it compare to what we knew from Steamton?
You can give me a history check on that.
I'll help.
I will not help because I'm not helpful there.
These buildings remind you of some of the buildings in the core of Steamton, the older sections, but the outer rings of Steamton, the newer parts, aren't reflected here at all. It's like this is all a very old style of architecture.
Guys, I think this isn't the real city. I think this is a fake city, and there's a real one somewhere around here, but I don't know where it is, whether it's underground or somewhere else. And this is should be close enough to be within distance to be a good decoy. Or if the other one's invisible, I don't know.
Why would they build an entire city as a decoy?
They've been fighting things for a while. I look straight up.
They've been fighting dragons a long time, so yeah.
Ryan,
Something I suppose.
anything up in the sky?
Clouds and rain.
How big are the clouds?
That's a complete cover.
They've got flying ships. How tall are the cliffs are those cliffs that I see on one side too?
Yeah, there are cliffs that lead up into a more mountainous area beside the town.
Guys, there could be a city in the clouds. Or on the cliffs. Up might be better than down with these guys with flying machines.
You said something about being able to maybe find that flying machine of that gnome we encountered.
If it's within a mile, yeah. But I gotta wait till tomorrow.
I mean, you said it's dark now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then, how about we settle down for the night and try that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'm throwing up an alarm.
Are you guys hearing Mike?
Yeah, he said he's throwing up an alarm.
Oh, okay. He's not coming through my headset, but at least he's coming through you guys's. I will obviously be setting up my teeny tiny hut.
Okay. You set up your hut for the night, and nothing really happens. The next day dawns bright and sunny, and everything looks the same as it did when you went to sleep, except not as dark and ominous.
Okay, I'm just redoing my spells overnight. One moment, please.
Except the fact that, we're floating over the abyss, the edge of nothing, the sky below us, the sky above us.
You said sunny. Does that mean no clouds?
That's right.
It's like, tell me anybody else does not think that water looks like sky, and it's upsetting me a little, actually. I'm zooming in.
Which water?
Oh, I can now see like the entire map of Valville. I thought everybody else could.
Oh, yeah.
And the big expanse of water just looks like clouds to me, and it's like a very upsetting illusion.
Very true. So, Ryan, looking straight up. Anything in the sky?
Nope. It's just a nice blue sky. You don't see any flying cities or anything like that. Last time we left off, it was a pretty short session, but the party had successfully finished the trek to Valville to find it in ruins. And they've been exploring the city and discovered that some of the ruins appear to be too neat, as though they were designed to look like ruins.
I think we'd bounced around a couple different ideas of like either like they're further in the mountains, there's somewhere underground, they're somewhere up above. I think like hiding in the clouds. I think was tossed about.
Yeah, you had been talking about the clouds, but today is a clear and sunny day, and you don't see any sign of any fortresses flying in the sky or anything like that.
Maybe from a bird's eye view, the ruins spell out something.
Do we see any sign of anything underground?
You can give me some investigation checks.
I will help by not helping.
As you've been making your way through the city, you've been looking all over the place, and you haven't seen any signs that there's anything underneath. In fact, there are no basements in any of these buildings. Maybe that's not so strange since it's so close to the lake. Basements would be prone to flooding, but yeah, you don't find anything indicating any kind of underground hidden city.
Maybe we should explore it like near the waters, see if there's something, some hint maybe by like near the old docks, or maybe follow the river, and maybe we'll find something upstream.
Or the cliffs.
Yeah, there could be something like up in the hills and the mountain. Yeah, I mean, I'm most inclined to think that there's something in the mountains, either under them or in and amongst them. But yeah, I feel like that's where somebody would, like a town would move. So should we try finding a path up into the hills more?
Lignyck scoots off with on Krabby to check the area to the west, and in his treks will come to a point where he'll be able to see. I don't know how to ping here. Is that a ladder?
So as you ride along the cliffs, you have no problem picking out a hidden staircase that makes its way up the cliff face at that point. To others, it would be difficult to see. It is obscured, and the design is camouflaged with the rest of the cliff. So Faewyn would have missed it while sending her arcane eye around town. But Lignyck just sees everything, so no problem there.
Lignyck will boot it back to the group. I found the stairs up the cliff.
Oh, good. That took you no time at all. All right. Well, where? Let's go.
I say we all head over.
Daniel, I'm going to give you control of Skippy's token so that he doesn't get left behind here.
Yep, I got control.
Okay.
How big are these stairs? Like, how many medium-sized creatures could go up these stairs at one time?
One small creature can go up the stairs at a time. These are gnome-sized.
Maybe we can have Skippy go take a look. Is he small as a cat folk?
I believe so.
Could we send our rogue up to just take a peek around at the top of the stairs for us?
Okay.
He will go stealthily. I don't know how I can work for him, but
Will he now? Yeah, he sneaks up the stone steps, and what he sees up there is just a bunch of trees and rocks.
okay. He'll relay that back to the rest of the party. Is there any way in nearby that medium creatures could get up?
You take a look around the cliff face, and you don't see any other way up other than this. So if you can try a dexterity check to use the tiny stairs, or you can try to climb the cliff vertically.
How high is the
How-
cliff?
Yeah.
It's
I was gonna ask
60 feet.
How much?
Lignyck scoots up the stairs and casts Vortex Warp on Krabby to get him up.
Okay.
And I can do the same for somebody else.
And I could do it again. And I could do it again for Dave? Evad?
Yeah, that'd be great. Is that a cantrip or is that a spell slot though?
It's spell slots, but
Okay, well, you said 60 feet, Ryan?
Yep.
We have 50 feet of rope and grappling hooks. Could somebody up there anchor it for us?
Yeah, looking around the top, there's spots where a rope could be anchored with a grappling hook.
I will do that.
With
Let's
that,
save the spell slot.
it's no problem climbing the rope to get up to the top. So you all get up. Piece of cake.
I just figured Krabby would have no fun at all. That was why I did it for him.
Okay, so should we search the face like separately, or should we just go as a party in one direction?
Hello, friendly gnome people!
What was that?
Faewyn shouts, hello, friendly gnome people!
There is no reply to your friendly call.
Now that we know what we're looking for, I guess we just continue searching the cliff faces until we find another set of stairs.
Is the set of stairs we just came up as obfuscated from the top as it is from the bottom?
No.
Can we ask for a prompt as to what the name of the dude was on the ship? Because Faewyn would remember, but Jody does not.
Oh yeah, that guy. I want to say Biff, something like that.
I specifically call out for him as well.
Okay, you call out, and there's no response from Biff either.
Okay. So guys, here's the thing. That stairs, it looks like it was kind of hidden, but it was kind of hidden from the other side, not from this one. So whoever's using it is probably coming from this side and doesn't want people to get up it.
So they're probably not going to be happy to see us when we arrive.
Maybe they're up the next balcony.
Well, we should start looking. Should we split into two groups? So one go one way, one go the other, or stick together?
Or I can just send my eyes straight up.
How big around are some of these trees?
Well, these trees are a good size. They're all at least 60 feet. Some of them are 60 feet across. Some of them a little smaller, but yeah, they're quite large.
So they, in theory, they could have hidden doors to maybe where that hidden city is.
Yeah.
Can I go sit by that rock and cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
We can always wait for Detect Magic.
She said, thank you, I didn't hit the button quick enough.
Okay.
Lignyck is going to one of the rocks that Faewyn is not at. He's also going to go and give a thorough investigation into.
Okay.
I want to check some of the larger trees to see if there's anything that could open.
Okay. That'll be an investigation check. On closer examination, these aren't trees.
What are they?
They're some kind of very good replica, but they're made out of strange materials like plastics and papers and metals.
Oh, I did everybody know these trees aren't real.
Well, that seems like a rather excessive undertaking. Is it like all of these trees or just a few?
All of them.
That is a massively excessive undertaking. I think we should maybe keep moving with the assumption that there's somebody already aware that we're here.
Maybe, and check each tree because maybe there's a doorway or something to enter these trees.
Well, can we try just kind of cutting into one of these trees to take a look at what's inside?
Faewyn is continuing with the Detect Magic, so 10 minutes is up.
Oh.
I think Grun will take the greatsword and he'll try to cut open one of the trees and see what's inside.
Okay. You start whacking away at one of the trees, and you cut off chunks of it, and there's nothing inside. It's just solid. It's not made to look like a lifelike tree on the inside. It's just the outside that looks very lifelike.
Okay, but they're not hollow. They are solid construction.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go around and tap on a few other ones to make sure they all seem solid as well. And then if so, go, okay, well, it doesn't seem like there's many of them that could act as a false door. What about all these rocks? So like the big rocks on the map, right? Are they fake as well?
They appear to be real.
Lignyck, upon seeing that everyone is giving this notice to their trees and that they are fake, is actually going to dash colloquially down the stairs and check if the trees in the ruins are also fake or real.
They're also fake.
Well, Lignyck, did you see anything while you were looking around before you went back down?
I'm guessing not, because no. But these trees down there are fake too.
I want to attempt to try to climb one of the taller trees to see if it can see what can see further away from what our line of sight for now.
Okay. You climb up one of the taller trees and get a look around. From up top, you can see the whole city sprawled out below you. You can see some damaged ships out by the coast and further away from the coast as well. And at the extreme edge of your vision out in the water, you can see another. It's kind of glinting like a metallic in the sun out in deeper water.
Okay, I climb back down and let everybody know what I've seen.
How far out do you see the glinting thing?
I'd say probably about a mile out into the water.
It'd be hard for us to get to right now. A mile out. I mean, we'd need some kind of boat, ship, rock.
Does that metal thing seem to be moving at all, or just stuck on the top of the water?
No, it looked like it was probably just bobbing on top of the water.
How much of my 10 minutes have passed so far, Ryan?
Not much, maybe a minute or two at this point.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll pass the spyglass up to Evad. Have him take another look.
Okay. With the spyglass, you can get a much better look, and it appears to be the wreckage of a gnomish flying machine.
Okay, so I tell everybody that there's a wrecked gnome flying machine floating out on the water.
Is it like freshly wrecked? Is it like still smoky or?
You don't see any indications of smoke or anything like that, so it's hard to tell how long it's been there.
And it's gnomish. You don't know how it's been propelled. It might not have had anything to do with something that makes smoke.
Fair.
Wait, gnomish flying machine?
Yeah, about a mile out in the water.
Faewyn has a. She can see out that far. But she's busy right now. When she's done.
I mean, I do also have the ring of I have the ring of water walking. So like if we want, we can all go to the shore and then I can take a stroll out and then come back.
What is with the map cut off? What is to the north of us? Is it more trees and rocks?
Yeah.
Do they continue how where we are they start diagonally sort of in a northeastern direction? Do they keep doing that?
No, it does start to turn more northward, and then off in the distance, you can see that it starts to turn back west, like you're on a mountain.
Okay.
Well, while Faewyn's doing this, maybe two of us should go and check the cliff face, see if we find another set of stairs, and then two others should stay and keep an eye on Faewyn.
I'll stay with Faewyn.
Okay, so Skippy and Lignyck can stay behind, and then Evad and I can go and take a look around.
Okay.
And that was investigation that was being used to try to find the stairs?
Yeah.
Nope, no stairs here.
What are you looking for?
Looking for those looking to see if we can find more of those stairs.
If you're looking for stuff, probably Skippy or I should go with you, because we're a little bit better at it.
Evad's pretty good at
spectacular. Like, yeah, Evad in theory, should have this covered. I'm dressing. So I'm just rolling investigations like every 60 feet. Does that work?
Sure.
Keep it up, you'll get there.
Grun is the master investigator. You guys are hilarious.
Couldn't find my own feet with these rolls.
So, Grun, as you come around the corner there, you don't even have to investigate. There's a larger staircase that they've made no attempt to hide that goes up beside a waterfall.
Damn it. Of course, I waste 2 20s on a thing they didn't try to hide. Okay, we'll return back to everybody and let them know what we found. And then wait for detect magic to be finished so that's ready to go for when we head to those stairs, just in case.
Okay. So you guys wait for the detect magic, and Faewyn completes detect magic. And looking around in your immediate vicinity, you're not detecting anything magical.
Thank you.
No problem.
While we're waiting, can I stealth up the stairs and take a peek over the top?
Sure.
I wouldn't have left him while he was doing that.
Okay. So you think you're being sneaky as you head up the stairs.
Does my nature skill help on this at all?
For a stealth check?
It's not a real forest.
Yeah. No, your nature skill isn't going to help at all.
Okay, I'll climb
Fortunately,
back down, wait for everybody else.
Fortunately, the sound of the waterfall nearby is probably giving you pretty good cover in terms of any noise that you make going up. But going up the cliff face, there's just nowhere to hide as you make your way to the top. And when you get to the top, you can see more of these fake trees around, and also in plain sight, a bridge that crosses the river straight ahead.
How big of a river and how deep and fast flowing is it? Considering I'm at the bottom level right now.
Yeah, it's fairly fast flowing. Not super deep. Like you'd be able to walk across it without your head going under.
Are we talking like waist high, chest high, knee high?
Chest high.
Okay.
Is there any recent footprints on the ground?
You can give me a survival check. You don't see any footprints.
Okay, I'll just wait for everybody to shout to come over here.
Okay. And Faewyn, as you move with your detect magic up, you're still not detecting anything magical.
Thanks.
So just to be clear for me, right now we're going in the direction away from the crashed airship, right?
Yes. The crashed airship is out to sea to the east.
Yeah. Just because currently we have no way of getting out to sea other than, like I said, water walking. So I mean, if Lignyck, if you wanted, I could probably carry you and carry you out to the crash gnome ship. Everyone else would have to probably wait at the shore.
How safe does that bridge look?
It looks very safe, very sturdy, well engineered.
No trolls living underneath it?
Nope, no signs of life at all, actually.
No plant life or any kind of fish or crustaceans or anything in the water.
Nope.
I feel like the ship we should check out, maybe. That seems to be promising. I think this is all trickery.
Yeah, it could be. So do we want to go with the idea of I carry somebody out, or do we want to try to find another way out to the ship?
I could use my arcane eye and see if I could take a closer look at it.
Arcane eye, that's what it was called.
Okay. So we'll head back to the shore, maybe over by one of the 2 docks.
Okay. I'll just
Should should we finish searching up here for a little bit, or should we just move straight down there? We have climbed all the way up here. I feel like maybe we just take a quick poke around and then go take a look at the gnome ship. Like, these stairs.
Up to you guys.
Ryan, how long has it taken us to get up here?
Not long, but keep in mind that each square is 30 feet. So, assuming you're not running around, it'd take you a few minutes to get back to the coast.
Okay, if it only takes us a few minutes to get to the coast, then let's just take a couple minutes to poke around up here, see if it seems obvious at any point where these stairs might have been leading to, and if not, we'll just head straight back to the coast.
Okay. So you take a look around up here, and you see more fake trees, more rocks, more dirt, more water, and a big roaring waterfall.
You know what? I'm going for it. Grun goes to see if there's anything behind the big roaring waterfall.
Is there a river attached to that one waterfall?
Oh my god, there's like a waterfall! I'm so excited.
So Grun, you, Evad, yes, there would be a river there. I think this might be an older map than the newest version that I made, so it's not showing it. But there should be a river at the bottom of that waterfall. And Grun, you poke your head through the waterfall, and you do see a tunnel underneath, and you see a couple of gnomes standing there chatting with each other.
I leave and don't say anything because they don't see me.
They haven't seen you yet, no.
Okay, I back off and leave the waterfall as quietly as I can and return to the party and let everybody know. Well, so I used to read in these stories about hidden paths behind waterfalls. Turns out stories aren't always just stories. Maybe given that I found some gnomes behind this big old waterfall back here, Faewyn, Lignyck, maybe you should be the first ones to make contact with them.
So is the waterfall he's talking about the one at the very north of the map, or the one kind of in the middle?
The big one down here.
Yeah, the big one down south a bit.
Grun! Grun, did they seem alive or dead?
They were chatting, so I really, really hope they were alive.
Excellent, new friends.
Hopefully, I really like it to be new friends and not new enemies. That would be really nice.
They're alive. They're probably good.
I mean, they're gooder than undead. I mean, I guess maybe not anymore. I don't know.
Where do you want me to go talk to them?
This waterfall over here. Here, I'll show you.
Ryan Faewyn will go in and say, hello!
Because of course she will.
I love her enthusiasm.
Faewyn makes me happy.
Oh, someone didn't get pulled to the sea. Daniel, are you seeing the inside under the waterfall?
Yes, I am.
Okay. My forge is acting up then because I see you still at the exterior. So Faewyn walks in and says hello, and the two gnomes who had been chatting together turn around, and one of them says, "Oh, hi! How'd you find this place?"
Oh, we met Biff earlier, and we were supposed to go with him, but then we got separated, and so we thought we'd try and find him. Do you know him?
Oh yeah. Biff was just here. What was that? What was that, Marm? Was that 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 or 3 days ago.
Cool, I'm so glad we found you. I've got friends outside. Can they come in too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
And Marm says, "Okay, I'm just gonna go to the pub, and if anybody wants to drink, I'll be there." And you see the other gnome just scurry off.
Excellent. Hi. I'm really looking forward to meet you. My name's Faewyn, and we've been fighting the undead because they're terrified.
Oh yeah. We get undead coming around here sometimes too, but we've got defenses against them, so they're not really a problem.
You have such a clever village. I'm so impressed.
Oh yeah. We put a lot of work into this to keep us hidden, keep us safe, because you never know what kind of big scary stuff is out there.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with you guys.
Well, thank you. I'm pretty impressed that you found us. We made it not so easy to do.
Well, we are just looking for friends to try and deal with the undead and maybe get to somewhere a little safer where we can do some helping.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know how much helping we need done around here. We're pretty self-sufficient. We've got Valville here is pretty good, and Glimmerview is even better. Everything's awesome here.
I'm so glad to hear that. We were in Steamton, and
We got overrun.
it was destroyed.
Steamton is real?
Steamton's real. That's where I'm from.
Me too.
Oh, wow. That blows my mind.
It's really cool. Well, it was really cool. You would have loved it.
I bet. I've heard all kinds of stories about Steamton. That's where we're from originally, you know?
I imagined that. How did you guys end up coming this way?
Well, see, way back a long time ago, our ancestors made a flying ship. And it was supposed to go up, but it kind of didn't. And it went really fast, and they lost control of it, and it crashed in the lake over yonder by the fake town. And so they were like, "Oh man, we don't even know where we are right now," because they didn't have any kind of windows or anything to look out of, so they couldn't chart their course or anything. So we have no idea where anything else is. And some people tried leaving and walking and hoping to find something, and they just didn't have any luck at all. So we must have gone really far. And so, we just wound up building a whole new civilization here.
That is so smart.
Yeah. And even since we built new flying machines, we still haven't been able to see anything that would be Steamton. Like, granted, our new flying machines are much, much smaller, and so they can't go as far or as fast. But we haven't had much luck finding other civilizations. There used to be dwarves over in the mountain to the east, and we were pretty good friends with them, and we'd fly and visit them and trade with them and stuff. And then they all kind of died, apparently, a long time ago. And we don't really have much to do with the humans to the north because they kind of suck. And the orcs to the south are even worse. So we mostly just hang out here. We've been kind of sending out some of our flying machines looking for undead because they've been a problem lately, and we wanted to see if we could find where they came from. But we haven't had much luck with that, and actually, they're really dangerous. We've lost some of our flying machines. Like Biff, his flying machine got destroyed by a dragon out there. It was a bone dragon, not a real dragon. But still, it was super scary, he said, and he was really lucky to survive.
When we met Biff, we had just come from Thorvald's Deep. So yeah, we saw some of what happened to the dwarfs.
Yeah, that was super sad. Obviously I didn't know them, but you read the history books and stuff about it, and it's just so sad that they just, died off.
You have books?
Yeah? Who doesn't have books?
Could I read any of them, please?
Hermione, she means all of them, likely.
Well, yeah, you can go to the castle and see some of the books that they've got there. They've got lots of books in the castle. And also, there's the wizard town, just it's right west of here. But you probably want to rest first because it's been, I imagine, a really long journey to get here from wherever you're from. And if you've been to Thorvald's Deep and you didn't have any way to fly here, that's a really long walk. Wow, I can't believe you did that. Those mountains are really dangerous. But anyway, I'm the owner of the inn here. My name is Rogue Bailey, and I would be so happy to have you stay here. I don't usually have a whole lot of guests here. It's just kind of a formality having an inn at the entrance to Valville. Usually I'm just hanging out here with Marm, and we just, talk about life.
Lignyck would like to make an insight check on what we have been seeing transpire.
Faewyn completely thinks she's wonderful. She is totally bought in to everything.
I'm just trying to get to it. Sorry, it's taking a moment.
No problem.
My roll's just for what he's been saying, if he's been honest or not.
Yep. So you both get the impression that this guy is being totally forthcoming. He reminds you a lot of Lignyck and Faewyn, the way he talks. He's just super emphatic and excited to see you guys, and just dumping out everything that he knows openly and honestly. He's just so excited that you guys are there.
Gnomes are my favorite.
Once Lignyck settles, on that what he's saying is good, he starts to exhibit some of the excitedness and twitchiness that Faewyn was.
Faewyn at this point in time is just about bouncing up and down.
Sorry, I missed that.
Faewyn at this point in time is just about bouncing up and down. She's so excited.
For what it's worth, Rogue is mirroring your excitement. He's just like a ball of energy. He's so excited that you're there.
What time of day is it, Ryan?
I'd say it's probably getting. Oh, you guys just had a long rest outside, so it's probably or it's morning.
But I'm not tired at all. We could go to either the Wizard's Tower or the books. Either is good, or both. Can we do both?
Oh, did you say Wizard's Tower? I'm sorry, we don't have a Wizard's Tower. The tower, well, we've got two towers. There's one that's the pub, and it's really nice. Marm has great drinks and serves just delicious food, and she also plays the piano really well. It's just a lovely, lovely place. And the other tower is the engineering tower, where they've got things like boilers and whatnot to heat the underground area. It's not really very interesting. And then there's the market, and so you can buy all kinds of stuff there. We've got lots of food and stuff, all kinds of gnomish delicacies. And then there's a wizard town, so it's like more like houses and stuff. It's not a tower really. It's just a lot of wizards, and they're okay, but they're kind of annoying.
Yeah, I still like that stuff too, though. The wizards and the books, and then we can come to the tower with the pub, and oh my goodness, and like they probably wants to go to the engineers, and she's just about hyperventilating.
Yeah, and Lignyck, when they said the engineering tower, if he was not an auto gnome, his eyes would have got very wide. They're very wide all the time anyways now, so it's not an obvious thing, but...
You might be vibrating a bit more like Faewyn.
Grun is rubbing Faewyn's back like, breathe, Faewyn, breathe. If you pass out, you can't read the books. If you pass out, you can't read the books.
I bet she tries to calm down a little bit.
Well, okay, if you guys don't want to rest, that's okay, but do you want to wash up a bit first? Because you look a little road weary. I'm not meaning to be insulting or anything, but you're pretty grimy. And, we've got all of my rooms have running water, so you could wash up if you want to before you go to Marm's for a drink. And, I can, while you're having a drink, I can go and tell other people around town that you're here, because maybe not everybody's at their shops, and more people might want to come and see you guys, because, it's been a really long time since we've had any kind of visitors.
Well, can you hear? While he's talking, Faewyn is casting prestidigitation on herself, and then in turn on everybody in the party, so they are clean and presentable, so they're allowed to go see books.
Also, Ryan, does anybody bat an eyelash even at Lignyck at all?
No. And by anyone, I mean Rogue. He's the only one in this area right now.
Well, there was the other one that ran off.
Yeah, you didn't see her really look at you a second time.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You guys go through a lot of work to hide yourselves. Why are you so nice to us?
Well, because you guys aren't undead or monsters or big and scary. You guys are just like normal people. So, we're fine with normal people coming around. It's just, we're little and we have to protect ourselves from what's scary out there.
Well, thank you for welcoming us so warmly. It's very, very appreciated. It's been a long time since we've had such happy greetings.
Well, I'm sorry that's been your travels and your experience. That not everywhere is welcoming. I mean, us gnomes know that. But We sure are. We're so excited that you're here. Okay, well, you're all cleaned up now. Do you want to go to Marm's?
Could we go see the magic in the books? Just a little bit?
Ryan, what
Okay.
time of day is it?
Morning.
Okay, so we just woke up. We haven't been at this for long.
No, you guys woke up in the town and started exploring. It's been maybe half an hour of exploring or so. Yeah, now you're here.
Okay, yeah, let's go. I mean, we'll have to go visit the wizards area first because otherwise Faewyn will not be able to focus on anything else that happens. And then we're gonna have to go to the engineers section afterwards because then otherwise Lignyck's not gonna be able to pay any attention to anything that happens. And then after that, I think we'll be able to have a little bit of a calmer and more reasoned discussion where there's less bias towards everybody's desire. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I can. I can take you to. Can take you a little deeper in. Do you want to poke your head in to just tell Marm what's going on and that you'll be back for drinks later?
Oh yeah, of course. We don't want to be rude. I mean, you're being so welcoming. We definitely want to at least inform. If you feel it's something that important, then absolutely we would happy to come do that.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
I don't want to be rude at all. I'm just so excited.
Okay, that all sounds super great. I'll just take you in town then, and you can see all the sights. Follow me. And Rogue turns around and starts heading off down the hall.
Before we do, can we say, oh, Rogue? I'm sorry. Are we at putting you at inconvenience at all? We don't want to be rude, but we don't want to put you out. If we're asking a lot or we're being impolite, please let us know. We won't be offended.
Oh no, it's no problem. I get it that it's early in the morning and you're not tired if you just slept. And I mean, you've got a wizard with you who can clean you up, so you don't need the running water. So it's totally fine. Marm probably hasn't even had time to set up any drinks or food or anything because you just got here, so it's okay.
We will this evening need a place to stay, so I hope you won't mind if we come back this evening. It would be fantastic to have a proper shower or a proper bath and sleep in a proper bed again.
That would be
problem?
great. I will make sure that all the beds are completely cleaned because they're probably a little bit dusty. It's been a long time since they've been used. But I'll launder everything and I'll get everything all ready for you, and it'll be great. Don't you worry about a thing.
Thank you very much, Robert. We're really looking forward to your hospitality.
You're so wonderful.
So are you. And he goes bounding down hallway to the north.
Faewyn leaps after him.
And you see him stop just outside a round tower that goes up to the ceiling. And he pokes his head in and says, "Hey, Marm, I'm just going to take them to see town first. They said that they'll come back later for some food and drinks, so don't worry about rushing anything." He says, "Okay, no problem." And Rogue continues on deeper into town.
Thank you, Marm, for your hospitality. Sorry for any imposition.
Everybody went quiet. Did we lose people?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out something that Shane asked for. Okay.
I figured that was waiting for you guys to figure that out.
Thanks, Ryan. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is for, but I just sent it to you.
That allows D&D Beyond to send the roles to the Group 2 chat.
Oh, okay. But shouldn't the roles just go directly to Forge or Foundry?
Yeah, they will.
Oh, okay.
But they'll also go to Group 2 chat. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I'm so used to playing with these. I was playing with this other person that was doing just Discord. So that's why I was thinking I had to do that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, we don't have to do that here.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. So as you guys round the corner, you see that there's a bunch of tents set up, and a whole bunch of boxes and barrels of various goods. lots of food stuff. And to the north of the tents, Lignyck, especially, you notice there's a giant pile of just scrap metal and gears and tubing and all kinds of stuff. And to the west, there's a doorway. You can see that the building has a glowing electric light on the outside and on the inside as well, in the initial hallway. And more piles of gears outside the door there. You can hear the constant hum and thrum of machinery working inside that building, and you don't really see any merchants at these stalls with the food. It's pretty empty.
To the north, is it like just loose parts, or are there things in it in various states of construction or deconstruction?
It's all loose parts.
Thank you.
Yep. Rogue says, "Yeah, sorry. Like I said, not many people hang out around here, so there's lots of food. You can help yourself to whatever you like here, I guess, because it doesn't look like anybody's here to take your money anyway. But if you do have a few coins, you can always leave them at the stall. If you do take some of the food, there's some fresh fish. There's cheeses and berries and root vegetables and just all kinds of stuff. Whatever your heart desires."
I look at Faewyn and I say, I think I want to stay here.
You want to stay? I forever?
Well, these people are so nice and they just give everything away.
They do seem awfully nice, but don't you want to defeat all the bad undead people?
Do we have to be the ones that do that?
No, but I want to try.
Me too.
Grun goes over to Skippy, hands him a bag of gold. It has 50 gold pieces in it. He says, "Skippy, you can give what you think is reasonable for what you're taking from people's stalls. It won't cost you anything, but it'll be very, very nice. So make sure you're at least giving them something for what you're eating."
Okay. And he takes the gold pouch, the pouch of gold, and it disappears up his sleeve.
Okay.
Grun's just
So
gonna kind of look at the sleeve, look at Skippy, kind of go, "Well, as long as you can get at it," and kind of walks back and starts grabbing a couple of things from the stall and doing exactly that. If he grabs something from the stall, he leaves like a gold. So he'll grab like 3 or 4 things because he is hungry and it's been a while since he had real food. Guys, we got lots of money. We can spend a little.
What the stall owner that we were just talking to, I'll ask, is there anywhere that specializes in like weapons and armor and gadgets and things?
Oh yeah, there's stuff like that. I mean, yeah, if you go in the engineering tower here, you're not going to get a whole lot in the way of like gadgets to buy. They're more just trying to keep the thing running all the time. And that's why there's all those spare parts out there, because you never know what's going to go wrong, and you're going to have to replace something or fix something. But if you go further to the west, if you take the train and then hop off at the South Loop, you can go into Valville proper, and they've got lots of shops with a lot more than what you see here.
Oh, we're in a proper city, people.
I look at was his name Rogue?
Rogue, yep.
Yeah. I look at Rogue and I say, "Hey, can we go there?"
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not going to go, but I can tell you guys how to get there, no problem. But I thought you guys wanted to go to the castle to read books and see the Wizard Town.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Skippy. We will go to Valville proper. Hopefully we'll be able to spend a little bit of time here. We'll be able to recuperate. We'll get some things and maybe get our bearing and have figure out a bit of a plan. But we'll be here for a bit.
Ryan, is Evad still missing his foot?
Yes.
Could the gnomes make him something like a cybernetic implant for his leg?
Well, we don't have any engineers around here who could do that kind of thing, but I imagine that if you went to Valville proper or maybe even Glimmerview, well, definitely Glimmerview. Glimmerview is the capital. They've got all the best of everything there. So, if anybody could make a cybernetic foot, you'd be able to find someone there. They've got lots of people like your friend Lignyck here, too. So, they can do pretty much anything that you can imagine over there.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Lignyck, couldn't you build him a foot?
Michael says, if memory serves, we did have that conversation. And I'm not sure if we had decided that it was something I would be able to do or not.
I think, I don't remember for sure having that discussion, but I think you would need like some kind of workshop to be able to do that sort of thing. And it's going to take you some time, but it's something that you could do.
With us being here, and there being workshops and stuff, I probably could, like, if we're here long enough. But I also want to go with Faewyn to the wizard town. And speaking of, do the wizards here, do they deal with other wizards like in
Sorry, you broke up there.
do the wizard town, do they deal with other wizard schools and groups and stuff like in Valshani there was the Tower of Arcane Majesty.
Oh, I don't really know anything about wizards. Sorry. I mean, there is a wizard town here, but I'm not a wizard. I'm just an innkeeper. I don't really know much about magic.
You're the only person we've seen here, so you're getting all our questions. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. We're just about at the wizard town, and I'm sure they'd be happy to talk to you about any kind of questions that you have. Are you guys down at the market now?
Yeah, Grun ended up leaving like 4 gold coins behind at the stalls where he grabbed some food from.
He's still bouncing.
I would like to do a series of sleight of hand rolls to empty that bag of gold in miscellaneous people's pockets in the market.
Okay. There's no pockets to fill, but you can leave it hidden under food stuff and that kind of thing if you want.
Nobody has pockets.
There's nobody here. It's just you guys and
I
yeah.
see.
Everybody else has gone off somewhere else. They haven't bothered to come to the market.
Wow, where is everybody?
Oh, we don't usually get people coming in through here. So they'll bring some of their stuff here just in case. And we need stuff to eat when the people who live here and like the wizard town and the castle and stuff. But for the most part, they're probably hanging out in Valville proper or in the residences to the north of the city.
Oh, okay.
Lignyck doesn't take anything, but he's watching where people from our group leave money, and any of the stalls that we don't leave money at, he's leaving a gold at.
Okay. So I'd say that if the party wants to leave 25 gold behind at the various stalls and stuff, you can take that from your inventory.
Is that fresh fish over there?
So I'll make the adjustment for this.
Sorry, I missed that.
Is that fresh fish over there?
Yep.
I'll buy 2 fishes.
Okay.
Seems like a feline thing to do.
Yeah, there's no signs indicating the cost of anything, so you can just leave what you think is fair. But the party would probably spend about 25 gold here pretty easily.
Okay.
I adjusted that in the group gear, plus I adjusted for the 50 gold that Grun gave to Skippy.
Okay.
And I'll leave 2 gold pieces, so I'll take 2 gold pieces off my character sheet.
Okay. So if you guys are done with the marketplace, Rogue will take you, continue on through the market. And at this point, he waves to a gnome wearing armor, standing at attention by a door to what could only be a castle. It's got stone walls, and it's a very large structure to the south. And then he kind of looks confusedly to the west, and he's like, "When did that house get here?" And the guard says, "Oh, that house? Willem just built that today." What? Why would Willem put a house there? There's lots of other houses. Isn't he supposed to be with Brothy? And the guard says, "I don't know. He just came huffing and puffing and whoop, up, made a house." Rogue goes over and knocks on the wall, says, Willem, what's going on? Why is there a house here? You're blocking the road." And a few seconds pass, and a secret door pops open in the wall, and a middle-aged gnome in a wizard's robe pokes his head out and says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Is this the road? You know this is the road. Can you please move your house?" Well, how about this? I'll give you access to the house so you can walk through." Fine. Thanks, Willem. No problem. And Willem wanders off back through his house. So you guys can choose whether you want to go into the wizard's house or head into the castle.
Oh, Skippy's going in the house.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys your own tokens at this point in case you decide to go separate ways.
Meow.
And Faewyn is wondering which way is the wizard town.
Oh, Wizard Town? Well, now it's through Willem's new house. I guess technically Willem's house is part of Wizard Town.
Excellent. And we can see you later once I go look at the books and the wizards?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go hang out back by the waterfall, just in case, anybody else happens to spot by. But yeah, feel free to wander around. If you need any help, there's lots of other gnomes around.
Thank you. And she gives him a big hug.
Hey, Rogue.
Yeah?
Just be careful about, people coming. They're not everybody's as nice as us.
Oh, don't you worry. I know that. I can close the door anytime if it looks like anything dangerous is coming. And with that, Rogue wanders off.
What was at the castle?
Yeah, the castle is to the south.
Yeah, and what did Rogue say was at the castle? Like, is there there a leader there, or?
History books.
Oh, okay, that's where the books are located. Okay, so yeah, Faewyn books or magic first.
Faewyn,
Yeah?
there's books in this house.
Okay, books and magic. Go into the house.
Okay.
Call out hello. She doesn't want to be rude.
Is there an engineering section I can hobble off to?
So the ones that were able to do what you need are like down the train line to like the bigger and bigger cities.
Yeah, there's nobody here who can help you.
No,
Well,
I know
Griff,
that.
and you need to get to Toronto.
No, I know there's nobody here that can help me. I was just wondering directions to where I could go get help.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
can help you.
the train line is right beside Wizard Town to the west.
I can help you.
I thought you were going to see. That's why I was asking the other guys.
If you talk to them, it's going to take a while for them to do it. I can help.
Okay, that's fine too. So I'll follow you around for the day, and then we'll see if we can figure out a way to try to fix my foot.
I'm kind of following Faewyn because we're both interested in most of the same stuff. She left.
No, I understand that. I'm just going to follow you guys around until you guys are done all your sightseeing and reading and whatever, and then we can maybe find a shop where we can get some work done for my foot.
Okay.
Okay. So Skippy and Faewyn, as you enter the house, you see that there are shelves with books and small cramped rooms. There's scrolls and books lying around, and Willem comes out when he hears your voice, and he's like, "Oh yes, what can I do for you?"
Hi, I'm Faewyn. Nice to meet you. It's been a long time since I've seen another wizard, a gnomish wizard, except for, Lignyck, and he's kind of a little different now. And then Skippy, he's also a wizard, but he's not a gnome, but he's excellent anyhow. So it's very nice to meet you.
Oh, very nice to meet you as well. Always nice to see a new wizard face around. It's not very often that we get visitors, especially through the waterfall. If we do get magical visitors, it's usually through the teleportation circle.
Oh my goodness, I've learned about that. But could I learn yours so that I come back and visit you another day?
Oh, of course. We're always happy to have gnomish wizards come to visit us. It's not usually gnomes who come through the portal, but it would be lovely if you did.
What about kitty wizards?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm not familiar with your kind.
Well, I'm not really familiar with my kind either.
He just started being this way a little while ago. It's new to him too.
I see. Very curious.
I was reincarnated.
Oh, well, that is a fancy bit of magic, isn't it? Nothing that I'm able to do, but quite impressive nonetheless.
So I was wondering if you wanted or could share. I share magic and music and books, and could you do the same?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm happy to share any knowledge that I have with a fellow gnome wizard. Tell me, what type of magic do you study?
Well, I like it all, but time magic is the really interesting stuff.
Oh, you want to go speak with Steri Mart, then? She's all about the time magic as well. It's not
You
something
have
that I
somebody
really
here
understand.
who likes that?
Oh, yes. If you look around, you'll find somebody who dabbles in just about anything.
Oh, sir, you've just made my day, maybe my year. Of course, that's all time, so could be anything.
Yes, very clever.
Faewyn
If you'd
is
like,
now literally bouncing up and down. She cannot contain herself, and yeah, if you can point her in the right direction, she will be off as fast as she can actually go.
okay. Willem points you out the door and says, "If you just follow the road up north, you'll get to the portal, and usually Steri is out there."
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My pleasure.
And she runs off.
Okay.
Roadrunner noises.
I rolled an unconscious roll there, Mr. DM, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You pocket a scroll that's just laying around and it's in your bags now.
And I will say, so what do you do here in the city?
Oh, I'm a wizard. I study things and magics. And, I'm not the greatest wizard that ever was. There are many better wizards than I, especially if you go to the capital. Glimmerview is filled with powerful wizards. But I like to study necromancy myself.
Oh, I like to play with dead things too.
Oh, that's fun. Of course, it can be quite scary as well. The undead that have been roaming through the mountains from time to time have been rather unpleasant, but uh, such is the way of unlife, I suppose. You can't contain it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I was undead for like a long time.
Really? And you reincarnated to a living form? That's quite impressive. I didn't know that was possible.
I think I was a special kind of undead, maybe one that still retained its soul, because I just felt like me, but I was just didn't have any flesh. Well, I mean
Oh,
it
well,
raw, and then
Sure.
Grun cut it off of me.
Oh, wow. Uh, that sounds unpleasant. But there are undead that remember who they are. Revenants come to mind immediately that they die but come back because they have a particular goal that they wish to achieve. There are others as well, but yes, that is quite remarkable. Congratulations on experiencing unlife.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was a little chilly at times. I mean, it wasn't really, but I mean, it was kind of because you don't have any flesh, right? Um,
Yes, I have read up a little bit on magic that can uh, make you undead. Nowhere near powerful enough to achieve such a thing, but I believe there is a lich or two in Glimmerview if you do happen to make your way that way.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Can you repeat the last thing you just said?
I believe there's a lich or two in Glimmerview if you happen to make your way that way.
A lich or there's liches that live here?
Yes. I thought you said you'd been to Thorbald's Deep. There, there,
Yeah.
there were liches that lived amongst the dwarves as well. Did you not run across any?
Yeah, I met one.
Well, we ran across a ghost. We didn't come across one of the liches, did we? I don't remember the lich.
Oh,
Never
well,
did.
it is a big place. Perhaps you just didn't search the right areas to find a lich.
it's okay, Grun. You've been hit in the head a few times.
Ryan, wasn't that dude whose ring I wore a lich?
Yes, I believe he was called a Baelnorn, but essentially a lich.
Oh, never mind. I took off.
You took off. Okay, so what's going on here? There we are. You head out of the building. and head north. And you see an older gnomish woman reading a book. Behind her, you see a glowing purple portal, and that's probably all that would catch your attention. Well, there's also bookshelves just out in the open here.
Ryan, are you trying to make her like spontaneously implode, trying to figure out which one to pay attention to first?
Yes.
She does this.
Can you move me to keep up with them?
Sure. The door is just everything's gnome sized, so the doors are obnoxiously small.
Oh, right.
Is anybody else going through to follow Faewyn?
I am.
I think we all are for now. We'll see how infinite she gets.
You said, hey, Ryan.
So Ryan, with regards to the teleportation circle, can she see the glyphs she needs to understand and memorize?
The portal, the purple glowing portal that you see right now isn't a teleportation circle. But as you go move around to examine it, you see another circle etched in the floor that does have the sigils that you're looking for a teleportation circle.
Hey,
and
what?
can she successfully know those now?
Yeah, you've got a perfect memory, so you know those.
What happens if I go through this portal?
The gnome doesn't look up from the book that she's reading. You don't even think that she's noticed that you're there.
Excuse me, hello, my name is Faewyn, and are you the person who knows about time magic? Because I love time magic, and I'd love to talk to you about time magic if you wanted time magic, or we could just read books together.
She looks up at you, and you can see that she's got one eye that's pure white, and the other is green, and she stares at you for a while. She is quite wrinkled, and her face sags with age. And she says, "Did you say time magic, dearie?"
Oh yes, time magic is the best magic. We can go back and fix things.
I absolutely agree with you. Did you feel the disturbance recently?
Ryan, did I?
No.
No, I didn't. I need to learn how to do that.
It's a skill that takes quite some time to master. But, and, pardon me?
Faewyn will giggle at her at that, appreciatively.
It's actually a sense that doesn't come into use terribly often. It's rare that time is disturbed in any way, but I felt it to the north. If I'm not mistaken, those humans are up to something tricky.
With time? I didn't even know they could do that.
I didn't either. I've never sensed anything from that region of the world before, when time is disturbed and you can feel the ebb and flow of it changing. It's concerning, really. I don't have any teleportation circles for their area of the world, unfortunately, so I can't travel there to investigate.
Well, if you could teach me how to sense it, I could go and look at the time stuff for you, because I could do that.
Well, the difficulty is, my dear, that the time flow has already corrected itself. There's nothing to feel anymore. I simply have a knowledge of approximately where it occurred.
Well, what if it happens again? Shouldn't I know how, just so I could sense it then?
Well, perhaps that would be a good idea for you to learn indeed. Yes. Do you have time for me to teach you?
I could make time.
Yes, if only we could. Alas, time comes for us all.
It does, but this is important.
It is. I won't argue that. Such disturbance. I don't understand it, to be honest. Don't understand how the humans could be harnessing it. From everything I've ever read of the histories, they don't have any understanding of time magic.
Well, I haven't ever read anything about them knowing it either, but people told me that time magic wasn't possible, and I just knew that wasn't true.
Not possible. Indeed.
I know!
Grun looks abashed and tries to like step
I was
back and like
I was just about to say Lignyck looks at Grun at that.
Faewyn very shyly sidles a little closer to the lady and says really quietly, I figured out a time spell. It's only a little one, but I figured out my own time spell.
Oh, impressive. Very impressive. I would love to see it sometime. You guys note that Skippy is tying a rope around himself and eyeing this purple portal to the north. Is anybody going to intervene before he throws himself through it?
Faewyn does not notice.
Lignyck has an initiative of -1.
so is Grun, but he is going to attempt to grab the rope if nothing else. He's going to grab the rope because it's probably going to be easier to grab, and then he's going to make an attempt to grab Skip.
Okay. So you grab the rope. There's plenty of give on it, though, and Skippy scarfers through the portal, and the rope goes limp.
I pull on the rope.
It is no longer as long as it used to be, and Skippy is not attached to it.
Faewyn, I hate to interrupt your conversation, but can you ask where this portal leads? It's a little bit more important than it was a minute ago.
Oh no.
Are you sure? Excuse me. Could you tell me where this portal goes? For some reason, my friend seems to think it's important.
Oh, well, there are scholars amongst the gnomes who believe it is important as well. Unfortunately, studying it has rather stymied us. See, it was created by one of the first gnomish wizards to come to this place. And we haven't really been able to figure it out. It never closes. It always glows this ominous purple, and anyone who has ever gone in has never come out again.
Damn it, Skippy!
Goodness!
Hey, Grun is the one who screams, "Damn it, Skippy!"
Why are you swearing at Skippy? Oh, where is Skippy?
In the portal!
He's in the portal?
Grun holds up the severed rope. He's like, he tied himself to the end of what used to be the end of this rope and jumped through the portal.
Goodness.
Hello.
Switch.
The Steri looks at the rope, looks at the portal, looks at Grun, and says, "My condolences."
Condolences? How do we get him back?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know how to summon somebody?
Here, give me a moment. And he begins casting a spell. How long ago did he jump through?
3 minutes ago?
Oh, that's quite some time. Should be doable, though. And her hands weave, and suddenly there's a fracturing all around you. You hear the sound of glass breaking in every direction, and you see reality kind of shatter all around you. And when the spell ends, you see Skippy tying a rope around a bookcase and around his waist, preparing to leap through the portal.
I grab him by the scruff like a mother cat grabs her kitten. I pull him up off the ground, grab the rope from him, and say, "Don't even think about it."
Well, it's too late, Grun. I already thought about it.
But don't do it, Skippy. Nobody ever comes back from that portal. And Faewyn has not stopped looking at the wizard who just cast this amazing spell.
Yeah, she looks quite exhausted from her efforts, and it just kind of slumps to the ground.
Faewyn will do everything she can to take care of her. She'll try and send people off to get her water. Is there somebody that we can help? Where would you like to be? Can we take you someplace? Thank you so much.
I just need to rest for 3 minutes, and my energies will return once the timelines reconnect.
Faewyn is now officially in awe of her, like hugely. So she'll be like trying to get her a glass of water or wine and a pillow and
Yeah,
mind blown.
she waves it all off. She's like, no, I cannot change the condition of my body while I wait. I must be in the same state that I was when I cast the spell. Otherwise, terrible things could happen.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And you can see Faewyn mentally jotting all of this down.
As that's happening, Skippy is feeling bad, so he is sleight of handing the coin purse onto her person.
Oh my god!
Skippy, you're feeling a little more than just bad about this. Your mind feels like it's somewhere else, as well as where you are now. There's a portion of your mind that is looking into an empty void of swirling clouds and flashing lightning in the distance, in which you can see shadowy forms flying about, doing battle with each other. And it's just a place of horrors. And then 3 minutes pass, and suddenly you are fully present here again, as is Steri.
That was astounding.
That was terrible. What was that place? Why isn't there
I
a
don't
safety rope over this thing? They should at least put a sign that says "Don't go through it."
Well, everybody knows not to go through it.
Well, we didn't know.
No, well, we weren't planning on you being here, were we?
Can we get a safety rope?
Oh, no, now you know, you probably know better than I do what's through there, so I don't think you'll be going through it again, will you? I'm afraid I can't cast that spell again today.
Could you teach it to me?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you. Thank you. What can I do in return? I'd love to do something nice for you as well.
Well, you seem young and spry. Would you be able to investigate the time distortions that I felt?
Oh, I sure could.
Oh, I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Faewyn, unfortunately, doesn't even look at the rest of the group and does assume the rest of you are coming. We'd be happy to.
Oh, very good. I have seen old maps of some of the human areas to the north. Our pilots have mapped out the region around the lake and have found a couple of human outposts that they've mapped. But my sense is that this disturbance came from even further north than what we have mapped thus far. And for for a distortion to reach me here from such a great distance, it must have been something awfully powerful.
So, if we were to explore, do you have any suggestions or teleportation circles that would get us closer?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. The teleportation circle is generally used by us to get to Glimmerview faster. But there are other outsiders who know of this circle and have teleported here before. It's not common that other wizards use the portal, but it does happen from time to time.
Is there any way we could gain access to a airship that's heading north, or gain access to our own airship?
I really don't know much about airships, honestly. I suppose you could go and speak with the pilots and see if any of them would be willing to fly you there. It would certainly be much faster than walking through the mountains. You'd have to be a fool to attempt such a journey.
And where are the
Faewyn just
pilots?
giggles.
Yeah, where are the pilots to be found?
Oh, the pilots are, their landing pad is close to the castle in Glimmerview.
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all.
If I wanted to learn more magic and share magic with you, where would the best place to be while they were going to talk to pilots?
Oh, we could study right here if you wish.
Faewyn literally sits down right now.
She smiles at your enthusiasm.
Okay, so this is where we leave Faewyn.
Yep.
Faewyn, Don't
Uh-huh.
don't go in the portal.
Oh, okay, I won't go in the portal. You don't go in the portal either, Skippy.
Well, yeah, okay.
So, Ryan, if I wanted to learn any magic and copy it into my spellbook, what sort of parameters would I be looking at as options?
You're going to be looking at spending quite a lot of time here. Possibly more than the group would be looking to spend. But if they're going to be going to Glimmerview, that's a journey by train that's going to take them some time. So you'd be able to at least begin studying something. Like if
So
you
they
wanted,
can't go by the teleportation circle?
do any of you know how to use a teleportation circle?
I do.
Are you going to send them via teleportation circle?
If she'll tell me the signals, yes.
Yes, she would know those and she'd be able to share them with you.
They might have to wait till tomorrow, but it will still likely be the fastest way for them to get there.
But not back.
Well, we can take this thing. They call it a train. We could take one of those back.
Yeah, because I don't have teleportation circle memorized today.
That's fine. We can continue kind of looking around here. There's still the food being made for us, so we can just like spend today here. Then there's the Prime, Valville Prime, and then Glimmerview. So we can kind of like one day, two. Might even end up being more than one day for each, but because I don't love the idea of going like that far apart.
I could also come get you on a certain day.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's one thing to split the party to where like, okay, if we spend a couple minutes, we can run to each other, as opposed to, hey, teleport several hours away. Because you said that's how long it was, Ryan. It's a couple hours by train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like teleport hours away. So if something happens, like we're really in trouble. So I would rather us just find other things to do here today, and then maybe we can try to convince Faewyn tomorrow to come with us for a little while.
I'm looking up the timelines for copying spells again. Be a few moments.
It's 2 hours per spell level and 50 gold pieces per spell level. So I'm going to send you some information here.
Thank you muchly.
Just let me know how much gold you're going to need.
She looks at you with stars in her eyes.
Well, it's not many chances you're going to get to an opportunity to learn time magic from someone who's quite clearly has a mastery of it. So yeah, I mean, how could we let that opportunity go?
Okay, well,
Grun would like to ask her. Uh, I was told that there's like this wizard's town. They might have some supplies and stuff in Valville Prime or in Glimmermist. Would there be other wizard locations, or is this kind of the main one?
Yes, there are other wizard locations throughout the gnomish countryside. So in Valville proper, there are wizards as well as Glimmerview. Glimmerview has the most powerful wizards in the country.
Okay. Well, I think that while Faewyn is just starting to have this conversation, so I think we should at least spend one day here, regardless, even if we do end up having to leave Faewyn behind for longer. I think at least today we should spend here. So just the rest of us will keep looking around. There's some kind of something that's running here that needs to keep running. I'd be interested to see what the heck that is.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think we should go to Valville proper first and hit the markets, and then come back here and study with Faewyn.
Well, here's my question. If we're going to the markets, wouldn't it be better for us to start at Glimmerview, because they're going to have the best markets and the best items, and we've got quite a lot of wealth right now. So if we're going to spend it, shouldn't we spend it on the big things?
Well, I think the first thing we should spend it on is a new foot for Evad.
That would be nice.
Yeah, we got a few copper to spare. And Dave, just so you can appreciate what I'm meaning by that, we have over 5,000 platinum and 13,000 gold, but we'll spare a few copper for your life.
How many people did you skin to get that?
Oh, the fox pelts that we had to go through for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm all for going for the shopping trip. I'm just trying to figure which places are better places to stop
Well,
proper or
there's like it's still morning, right? So like we could hit on the train and be back by the afternoon, and still go to the inn.
Well, I'm not. It's not a matter of time. I'm talking like if we've got right now we've got a lot of money. If we go to Valville proper and we're like, oh look at this thing, we'll buy that. Oh, we look at this thing, we'll buy that. And then we go to Glimmerview and it's like, oh my gosh, look at that absolutely perfect thing for us. Oh, well, isn't it a shame we already spent money in the Valville proper? This would have been much better to have had. Is my concern. So my thought was like start big, work our way down.
How far away is Glimmer?
So we can be teleported there right away, and then it was a couple hours to get back via the train.
Well, that's fine. Then we'll be back this afternoon. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, I would like to ask, how big are these cities? Like, how much time would it take to, let's just say, just to walk around these cities? How much time would you say this would take, just to get a sense of the scale?
A sense of scale, eh? Let me do some measuring here. The walk from the north gate of Glimmerview to the castle is about 1,600 feet. So it's large for a city, but not so huge that it's going to take you hours to traverse.
Okay. And Valville proper is smaller or about the same size?
It's smaller.
Okay. Then yeah, okay. No, that's what I just wanted to make sure like these were not enormous sprawling cities that we were gonna get like lost in. Was my only concern. So
Oh, that's not right. Is that? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, 1,600
No.
feet is about a third of a mile.
Yeah, Valville proper is about 180 feet across.
okay. Then yeah, let's go through Valville proper, window shop, then go to Glimmerview, and then we can make our decision on what we buy after that. Does it sound good to you guys?
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Yeah, sounds good. I just want to know how much my foot's going to cost.
As everyone is leaving, I'm actually going to try to get the attention of the wizard who is working with Faewyn. Excuse me. I was wondering, do you deal with the Tower of Arcane Majesty in Valshany at all?
No, I do not. I'm not even sure where Valshany is.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna move your group token around the areas that you've been to here. Okay.
After asking that, Lignyck will follow everybody else on their grand adventure because he's a means to immediately communicate with Faewyn if we need to.
True. Sending stones are handy. So you guys are taking the train
No, we'll get Faewyn to teleport us there.
to Glimmerview?
Oh, wait. So yeah, no, we'll take the train.
Okay.
Might as well take the train both ways.
So the train starts heading out. You guys don't have to pay for passage or anything like that. The train just runs when it runs. And it starts making its way down the tracks, like clickety clack. And as it goes, you guys can see out the windows that there's lights off into the distance to the north, showing off a residential style area where obviously gnomes live. And the train comes right up to a road that would go further in. Nobody's waiting there, and it continues on. The tracks split, so it could either go west or south, and continue south. And were you guys going to Valville proper first or Glimmerview?
Proper first.
Okay. The train comes to a stop at this point, and you guys are let out, and the conductor says that you can just head east up the stairs, and you'll get to Valville proper.
Okay, we'll do that.
Up here, you can see that it's all cobblestone roads, and immediately you see another inn to the north, and what appears to be a tanner's hide shop to the south.
What's that?
And to the east is what appears to be a large temple.
Do we see any markings on the outside that indicate a temple to who?
There are markings, but I don't think you would recognize them.
Now, this is a question just in general. Can Grun make a religion check to figure it out?
Sure, why not?
And can Lignyck also?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so close to the 20. Oh.
I'm going to say that with a 13, you don't know Grun, just because.
Of course not.
Hold up before you give me information, please.
Sure. I noticed that you rolled with Faewyn there, so I'm not sure what the bonus is for Lignyck.
He's a +4.
So you got a 14? That would be enough for you. Having lived in gnomish society, you recognize the symbols of Garl Glittergold, the watchful protector.
Excellent.
So what has the tanner got? I'll go to the tanner first. I'll walk into the store and take a look around his wares and size up the items, which are probably too small for him, but who knows, maybe there's something shiny.
I thought you were small sized.
Oh yeah, right, I am small sized. You're right, sorry, yeah.
No problem. Yeah, there's a variety of leather worked goods here. You can give me an investigation check to look through for quality items.
At rock bottom prices.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything of particularly high quality here. This appears to be not a huge marketplace, and so the quality of the stuff here is about average. You're not finding anything that you would call exceptional or magical.
I will thank the storekeeper for his time and bow out of the shop.
Grun would like to go to the temple. Is it possible for Grun to go inside or no?
Sure, yeah, you can squeeze through the door.
Okay, then Grun would like to carefully as he can, squeeze through the door.
Okay.
He'll probably do a bad job of it, but when he's inside, does he see any like clerics or priests or anything like that?
Yep. There's quite a few clerics inside the building.
Okay, I'd like to go up to the nearest one and ask them who the head priest is or priestess.
Okay. They tell you that the head priest is Father Allard.
Would it be possible to speak with Father Allard?
They say yes, it would be no problem at all.
That would be great. Thank you.
So the acolytes heads off into a side chamber, and soon enough, an elderly gnomish man comes hobbling out towards where you guys are waiting, and he smiles at you warmly and says, "May the protector guide you."
And you.
Thank you.
And you.
What can I do for you today?
Looking around, are there many people that are like close that can hear, or is everybody kind of off doing their own thing?
There are some who are nearby, and everybody's kind of looking at you guys curiously.
I'll ask the father. I'm like, I was wondering if there's somewhere we could speak, maybe a little bit more privately.
Certainly. Come with me to my private chambers. And he returns back where he came from, heads through a door that you can squeeze through to get into his room. It's not a particularly large room, but there is room for you to sit there. The chairs are too small for you, but you can sit on the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I apologize for taking up your time and your space.
Not at all, not at all. I'm happy to speak with newcomers to the city.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you. I apologize, but I know I know nothing of your god themselves. But have you lost contact with them, as I have with mine?
Oh, no. Garl Glittergold continues to answer our prayers, unlike some of the other gods I've heard have gone missing of late.
Good, good. There's still some. There's still some. Kelemvor is one that has been taken by Dowreth and Shiro.
As you are unfamiliar with Garl Glittergold, I am unfamiliar with Kelemvor, or as Sharo or Dowreth.
Shiro and Dowreth, they are the elder gods who are capturing the other gods in revenge of having sealed them up many years ago. Um, they are the ones on the hunt. That's why I was concerned that perhaps that your god too had fallen prey to them.
Not as yet. I have had no difficulties communing with my god. Garl is as strong as he has ever been.
Well, that is good. Pray for his continued safety.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss?
Oh, not that trippy picture that Skippy just posted. I mean, while in one way a heaven, it is also a hell. Wow. I also wanted to ask: is there anything you think that you can do to commune with your god?
Yes, of course.
Could you commune with them that Delreth and I believe Shiro are seeking to create avatars in this world?
Indeed. To what end?
Well, I'm hoping that perhaps your god can communicate to any others that are still free and in hiding, and maybe through their followers can in some way impede. I can at least tell them what the ritual is for Dowreth. I don't know Shiro's, but perhaps it will help to stymie those efforts in some way. I myself have no god to commune to, so I ask you to do this in my place.
Well, if you are capable of communing with a god, yet have no god to communicate to, would you consider joining the Church of Garl Glittergold?
I know nothing of your god. How could you ask me to join your church if I know nothing of your faith?
At one point, I knew nothing of this faith. At one point, every gnome in this building knew nothing of this faith. Everybody begins their journey in their own way.
I mean, could I at least learn a little bit more of your teachings? I mean,
Of
this is
course.
okay. Uh, Guys, if you want to go on without me, I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit. You mind?
Okay. I have put a token for you at the temple to indicate that you're there learning about Garl Glittergold.
Yeah, if there's like a link that you use for that, if you just want to send that to me,
Yep.
I'll kind of like read through that. That'd be great. Thanks.
Sending it right now. All right. What would the rest of you like to do?
Search this place for magic items
Okay.
and cool items.
Magic items and cool items. Okay.
Yeah.
So you continue to make your way around the market. There is an herbalist and an alchemist. So you can find potions if you want.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a small mage school. Would have some simpler magic items that you could purchase from them. There's a library / university. and a brewery, and a jeweler. Would have some nicer jewelry.
Okay. I'll go. I'll kind of go around to a few of them. Checking the shops and kind of like perusing and giving them some time, and I'll kind of work my way through most of the shops over maybe an hour.
Okay. I'll post in group 2 some of the stuff that you can find at the shops.
Lignyck is heading to the library.
Okay.
And he is looking specifically for a dwarven primer of some kind because they had referenced the dwarves. So I'm seeing if I can find anything to do with the dwarven language.
Okay. You go to the library, and the librarian does tell you that there have been a few dwarven books that were rescued from the ruins of Thorvald's Deep, and he'd be happy to show you the dwarven section.
Cool. 3 wands of magic missiles. That's pretty good. Braces of archery. Are you still using the same magic items?
Yeah.
I mean, we need all the healing potions.
Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah.
So, Ryan, if you just want to make a separate tally of what the cost of all the healing potions would be, and if you just want to post what that would be, I think.
Well, we can look that up for him. See, potion of...
Well, it depends what source you want to use for 5e for pricing things.
I imagine it'll be on the same magical prices.
Yeah.
PDF.
A potion of superior? No, what do we have? Greater.
Greater, yeah.
Yeah, greater and regulars.
Greater is 150 gold, and regular is 50.
There we go.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
And 1,500 for the bracers of archery.
I already have a set.
Do the bracers of archery work with crossbows?
I think so. Oh, no, it's just with longbows and short bows.
Oh, interesting. I turned my nose up at this.
Well, it says, yeah, because it specifically says, while wearing these bracers, you have proficiency with the longbow and short bow, and you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls on ranged attacks made with such weapons. Do crossbows count as such weapons?
I would think not. I think it's a reference back to the 2 proficiencies that it gave you.
Yeah, probably.
Which is not proficiency with crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I took the 600 gold it would cost for all the healing potions off, so we can just consider those purchased if you don't mind.
Sure.
And wand of magic missiles. What do those go for?
Ryan, did you just sneak in the pole of angling?
No, that was there the whole time.
Oh, okay, my phone did something weird, then it just appeared all of a sudden. I was like, wait, Ryan, that's awesome. What does it do?
Beats me. While holding this 10-foot pole, you can speak a command word and transform it into a fishing pole with a hook, a line, and a reel. Speaking the command word again changes the fishing pole back into a normal 10-foot pole.
So it goes from a mildly inconvenient pole that allows you to catch fish to a really inconvenient pole that you can't catch fish with.
That's right.
Because 10 feet is long.
But you can reach out and touch somebody with a 10-foot pole.
I think that's a safe pass. That potion of water breathing would probably be helpful.
Oh, those wand of magic missiles are 8,000 each.
Yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah.
But guess what? We can do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe just one, not all 3.
Yeah. They're useful, but I don't know if it's $8,000 useful.
Yeah, like, well,
one of them will hold the dimensions.
I think other than the healing potions, we probably shouldn't buy anything else yet. But
okay. All right, let's hop back on that. Okay, oh yeah, we'll come back and find Grun in his latest religion. He's like a Catholic.
No.
He's just
bad
diet.
No, he turned them down. He's like, no, these teachings don't really, these don't resonate for me. Thank you very much for your time, but no, thank you.
I'll take the pamphlet, just in case I think of somebody that might be into
Yeah,
it. But
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, actually, I do know somebody who might be into it. Skippy. I feel like if there's a god, this god feels kind of like one that you might pick.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at glitter gold in a long time.
There's a few aspects of him where I'm like, okay, I can see how Skippy could maybe get on board with this. But yeah, I will join back up with the others.
Okay. I'll remove your token then. And you're back with the rest of the group.
Okay, and I'll be right back. I'm just maybe a moment, sorry.
Okay. So now that you guys are finished spending some time shopping, what would you like to do next?
I think we're gonna hop on the train and go to the next to the big place, aren't we? Isn't that the plan?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh yeah, Lignyck in the library.
Oh yeah, let's get we wouldn't leave Lignyck behind.
Put token for Lignyck in the library so that we remember where he is. Lignyck, the gnomes take you to a corner of the library with a bunch of books that don't appear to match the styles of each other. They appear to be from random corners of the world. None of them related to the gnomes, but there are a few books from the dwarves here. You find a few from orcs, a few from elves, a few from humans. There's it's a small bookshelf, not a lot of books on it. But he points out some of the dwarven books to you and says, I'm terribly sorry, I can't read them. So I don't know what they are, but if you want to take a gander, you're more than welcome.
I forget what my dwarvish was at.
I can check that for you. Lignyck, learning dwarven, 0 of 25.
Oh, I thought I had started.
Nope. You had talked about starting, but then you got distracted by other things.
By becoming an astromech.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, you prioritize that over learning a dead language. I thought it was weird, but I mean, everybody else was on board, so it was kind of.
Is there in this area that he sent me to, is there anything in this area that I can read? Is there anything about one of the cultures that are in this area that are in one of the common languages?
What languages do you know?
2 seconds, I'll double check.
Sure.
I'm sorry, trying to find this on my tablet isn't working.
No problem. Wonder if it's
Common, Gnomish, and Elvish.
okay. There are some Elvish books, but the other books that are in this collection are not written in common. They're written in the native tongues of the races that they come from.
There's no Gnomish books in the library?
Oh, there's lots of Gnomish books in the library. Just I'm talking about this one specific shelf with books that come from outside of their area.
Oh, okay, so I got confused for a second.
Not seeing what I'm looking for. Excuse me, I have a quick question.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Schematics. One of the people in my party was injured, and he's asked for a prosthetic foot, and I want to try to design one for him. Could you point me in a direction where I could look into some schematics for such a thing?
Oh yes. There are many great engineers in Glimmerview that would be able to help you with that. I imagine they have several designs already prepared, depending on if people want different styles of feet. Perhaps they want bird talons or some sort of tentacle. Gnomes' creativity knows no bounds. They'll do just about anything for fun.
Is Krabby with me in the library?
He could be if you want him to be.
I will gesture towards Krabby as he says that.
Ah, yes, delightful. Quite the creation. Is that something you've made yourself or something you've found along the way?
No, I made them.
Sorry?
No, I made them.
Oh, very nice. Well, if you can make something like that, I imagine creating a prosthetic foot will be no problem for you at all.
So where would I find the engineers then?
Sorry, I missed that.
So where would I? You said engineers. Where would I find them?
Glimmerview. They have a market by the Titan Hand Crossing. If you head over there, I'm sure you'll be able to find some master engineers who would be able to help you out with your quest for a new foot.
I will just wait here until they get back. Is it okay if I just rummage around and just look around at books?
Yes, of course. Take your time, and if you see anything of interest, feel free to read here or take it with you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for in that library?
Since what I was looking for wasn't available, he's going to actually try to look for some stuff either on undead in general or liches in specifically, as they had mentioned that there were liches in the area, and there's a bit of a flag up for that.
Fair enough. They do have a couple of books on the undead and necromantic style magic. There's a spell book here that includes a variety of necromantic spells up to 4th level. And there's kind of a dissertation on how necromancy gets a bad rap, and it can actually be useful and helpful for a civilization to embrace the undead and that sort of thing.
In the area where the necromantic stuff is, I'm going to branch out from there and see if I can find anything on anatomy. Again, because I'm looking for information to help me. Basically, I don't know if you saw it. I sent you a message. I'm basically looking for information that will let me create a prosthetic foot infusion.
Okay.
Because I got two infusion slots, 2 knowable infusion slots at level 10.
Okay. So do you actually need to study for that, or is that just something that you learn automatically?
I think it's a case of he wants to make sure it's right.
Okay.
And I've been abandoned, and this isn't how I mean this. I've been abandoned by everybody, so he's basically burying himself in learning so that he can do the thing properly.
Okay. You do find kind of some medical books of gnomish physiology that are used for training nurses and doctors. Basically, a medicine skill check. But nothing on elven physiology or half-elven physiology.
I will look at what's available to me, and I will adapt as I can.
Okay. You can give me a general intelligence roll, or a medicine roll, I guess, would be better.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, it's not your forte. It's going to take
I don't
some
deal
time.
with people.
Yeah, you deal with machines. There's so many complicated things, muscles and tendons and veins and flesh and bone. It's quite complicated. So you spend an hour studying and don't feel like you've got a really good handle on it yet. But the more you read the book, the more you're sure you'll figure out. In the meantime, rest of the party, Grun, Evad, and Skippy, Lignyck's in the library, researching things. What would you guys like to do?
I think we want to collect him and collect everybody and move on to the next location.
Okay. Lignyck, they're done their shopping. They come into the library to find you. You've just unsuccessfully tried to learn about the anatomy of gnome feet and adapt it to other physiologies. Do you want to go with them?
Sure. Can I send this out?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, what do I need to do?
You can just take it. We have faith that you'll return it.
Okay, will do.
Okay, I will delete your token, and you have returned to the group. Where are you guys headed now?
We're headed to the
Glimmer View.
yeah.
Okay. You guys head back out of Valville proper and find that the train is no longer here.
I'd look for. Is there any way to call the train or like?
No, you don't see anything.
Okay.
Do we see any kind of a schedule for the train?
Nope.
Of course not, because if they don't put safety rails in front of like portals into the void, why are they gonna like actually put a schedule up? Because everybody knows when the train runs, it just comes when it comes. I think I just sit down and wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
how long are you gonna sit?
Oh, wait a minute. Unless somebody else has a better idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to steamroll over everybody. That sounds like a whole whack of better ideas. I think we'll wait for 15 minutes.
Okay, you wait for 15 minutes, and there's no sign of the train.
I don't mind waiting
oh.
because I don't feel like walking a big, long distance.
Is there anybody around? Like any gnomes?
Yeah, there's residences in this area.
Okay. I'd like to chat up a gnome and say, excuse me, sir, or ma'am, whatever it is,
Okay.
or however you identify. I'd like to, I was just wondering if you could tell us when the train is supposed to come by.
Oh, the train just went by not too long ago, maybe an hour ago or so. So let's see, another 3 hours to Glimmerview, another 3 hours back. If it comes back this way, you never know. It might go somewhere else. So I'd say at least 6 hours before it gets here.
Okay. How long a walk is it back to the front gates?
Oh, not far at all.
I turn back to the group and I say, well, I think that we're going back and seeing if we can get teleported now.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, if the train's going to be that long, we might as well.
Okay, so we meander back the way we came, hats
Okay.
in hand. We'll probably still get there before the train.
Yeah, it's not far.
How long of a walk is it to the other town?
She said it would take the train 3 hours to get there. So if you ask her how far that actually is, it's about 150 miles.
Not going to walk that far.
While we're here, I'd like to ask where the other track leads, or if that's the return track from Glimmerview.
They tell you that there are several gnomish towns and cities spread out throughout the mountain range. It's a kind of survival technique for them that they didn't want to put all their gnomes in one hole, so they're kind of spread out all over the place, and that just goes up west and then also branches off north to other locations. But Glimmerview is to the south.
Okay.
You guys are planning on leaving Faewyn alone to learn spells for days? Is that what I'm hearing?
If you're interested, yeah, we would. We have a chance to spend gold. You have a chance to learn spells.
No, let's go back and get her.
Well, we are back, and I figured we would check in on her so that I can adjust our party gold for the amount that she's needing for the spell she's learned so far. And what would you say if you want to put down like what your predicted gold requirements will be? Grun would just make sure that he leaves all that behind, plus a little bit extra in case you sweet talk her into a couple extra spells.
Missed that, Grun. Could you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, if you just figure out what the total amount of gold that you would need to learn all the options is, Grun would just make sure to leave that with you, plus a little bit extra in case you manage to sweet talk her into teaching you a few extra spells.
Ryan, That's a good question for you.
Yeah,
How much money
Um,
should I ask for?
I'm going to send you a link right here.
$1 million.
Yeah, I could use one of those too, Shane.
You can find any of the spells on that list up to 5th level here.
Oh, Faewyn. Faewyn is leaving the group to learn magic for the rest of her life.
Maybe. Hard to say. Oh boy. Oh, guys, yeah. I might be here a while.
How much gold do you need?
Lots, please, lots.
What if I left you 1,000 platinum? Do you think that would be a safe bet?
And there's 10 gold in every platinum.
Yeah.
That'll give me a few spells, yeah.
Also, Shane just asked in Discord if we could have a little stretch break.
Sure thing.
Okay, we're gonna leave 1,000 platinum with Faewyn. I figure we'll definitely be back before she's used that all, but just for safekeeping. She's got the bag of holding, so the weight's not an issue. So Faewyn, I'm just gonna transfer that 1,000 platinum into the Faewyn's bag of holding.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was just talking to somebody. Are we on break now, or?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ryan.
No problem.
Sorry, 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
We'll do 5.
Okay.
The next time Faewyn finds a library, my goal is to have something in mind to work on developing a magic item.
Like a jump drive of spell storing?
At 11, I get as a class feature one that I'm really excited about. So
I'm back.
after you left, I was saying that next time Faewyn finds herself getting absorbed in books, I need to have a plan for designing a magic item.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a jump drive of spell storing.
Spell storing's pretty nice.
Yeah, but a 64 gig jump drive one?
And I'm patiently waiting for 11 because of the spell storing item that I'll be able to make then.
Nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
When you first mentioned the oh, for the love, when you first mentioned joining the church, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if this God's tenants align with Grun's kind of tenants? And is he gonna be that wishy-washy, like keep joining whatever God is a drop of a hat? And I'm like, oh good, no, we're safe. This doesn't work. Grun's gonna look so easy.
So Ryan, now that auto gnomes are official, should I convert over from the UA one I was using?
Sure, if you want.
Ryan, how many more days do I have to work on the primer? 5 more days?
Yeah, 5 days left.
Okay.
Am I currently in the middle of learning anything? I'm tired and can't remember anything tonight. I think I'm in the middle of learning Orcish.
And I wish I would have remembered that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, Faewyn, you have 6 of 25 successes.
Thank you.
But
No
I
problem.
need 5 more successes before you can get yours.
All right, so we're all back, or who are we waiting on?
I think so.
Is Grun back?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. All right. So, are we dragging her kicking and screaming? Is that what's going on?
Oh, you wish. You can't get to me until you find a train.
No, they just walked back to town. It wasn't that far.
Ah, okay.
Hence the kicking and screaming. So, Faewyn,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to go to Velshini, say you like books.
I love books, and I need at least one more day here.
What? But it's so boring here.
Skippy, you could learn some of these too.
I mean,
Look,
might be a good
this one
opportunity
lets you
for
slow people's thoughts down, and this one lets you speed them up, and this one lets you take a moment to yourself, and this one lets you rethink things, and that one stops time entirely. Well, only in the lesser sense, but you can also do improved haste if you want to make lots of people speed, and you can read the past for things, and you can do all sorts of things, even erase something for time. There's so many different things you can do here.
Might not be a bad opportunity to learn at least even 1 or 2 spells, Skippy.
Yeah, but that means I have to use my brain. And
But your brain is now flesh and not bone anymore.
but I don't want to do it right now.
But you know what, Skippy? How about this? When we're done here, if you pick one or two spells that interest you, only ones that interest you that you want to learn, I'll pay for your food and drinks tonight.
But there's no necromancy spells here, and that's the ones I like reading. They're scary.
Okay, well, how about we ask around and see if wasn't the old man? He was a necromancer. Do you want to see
There
if
was some in the library too.
Yeah. So do you want to go like ask the old man or see in the library if they've got the necromancy spells?
Oh, I suppose. And he'll start like walking out like a toddler that's being made do something that he doesn't want to do.
Skippy will pat his head and go. Or Grun will pat Skippy's head and go. It's all right, buddy. It'll be so much food and drink. It'll be worth it. And Grun will go with him.
Okay. Yeah, they've got books with necromancy spells in them, so you can find any spell that you like in this town up to 5th level that you can copy into your spell book.
Okay, now realistically, how many spells can I make a play for?
How long are you letting Faewyn work?
Well, she said a day, so a day.
Oh, I'll be surprised if she's done in one day.
That's a day after this one that we're already in. Minimum.
God, give an inch, take a mile.
And it's about noon today.
So like end of tomorrow is the earliest she could possibly leave.
I don't think we'll ever get her out of that place.
No, you guys let her sit down with books.
I've agreed to go explore this time distortion. I'm just trying to make sure we're well prepared.
Alrighty, have fun.
It's like you guys don't believe me for some reason.
What spell level can you learn up to? Skippy?
1.
Oh, just first level. Oh, okay. I thought you'd be at second level or third, maybe. Okay.
No, I'm a 2nd level wizard.
Okay.
So it's 2 hours a spell,
Per spell level.
but he's only got level 1 spells.
Right, yeah.
When do you get second level?
The next level that I decide to take in wizard.
Okay. Grun will take this time to actually, because I'm assuming at this point word has gotten out a little bit more about us, to head back to the market and see if anybody's at the stalls and start buying up some food for rations.
Okay, yeah, no problem. There are a few people there because they've heard that there's just random gold pieces being left at their stalls. So there's actually a fair number of gnomes there currently. So you have no problem putting together a package of rations.
Okay, I explained what I said to them. It's like, we're very sorry. We left some gold just because we were here. There was no one around, but a few of us were quite hungry, so we did take a bit of food and left that. I hope we didn't undercompensate anybody. If so, please let us know. I'm hoping we could get some food, some good traveling foods. Things that dry well or preserve well. Could you give me a hand with that, please?
Yeah, they're more than happy to help you with that. You overpaid for everything that you took, so they're happy to put together some stuff for you. And they'll charge you the going rate for rations in the book.
Perfect.
Okay, I think I'm out of necromantic spells, so for first level that I think I have them all already.
Okay.
But that being said, there's other spells that I can learn because I am a wizard. So
yeah. And again, all of those spells would be available through the library or Wizards in Wizard Town up to 5th level.
So there's what, 4 more hours left in the day?
How many hours have you spent copying spells?
Oh no, I haven't copied any spells yet. I'm trying to figure out.
It's about noon right now.
Yeah, so there's about 4 more hours of working time left in the day. And then all of tomorrow would be another 8 hours. So that would be 6 spells that I could try to learn, right? And to learn them, I have to do what, a intelligence check?
copying scrolls over? It's a good question. Because I think there's an Arcana check.
You guys, I miscalculated. I need 30 hours total.
Oh, you know what? We can totally give 30 hours for you to learn a whole bunch of spells.
Yeah, but she can only do like 8 hours a day, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking in general. Like, hopefully, like we'll be able to stay here long enough that you'll in total be able to do that before we move on.
Skippy's not going to agree to that.
Yeah, hopefully, like I'm not saying we don't go to Glimmerview before that, but I'm just saying like in general we stay here in Valville for a couple days to get our bearings and get some information, figure out really what are we doing, what kind of stuff out there. We just talk to pilots and figure that stuff out. So I feel we could potentially at least 2 or 3 days.
Here it is. When you copy a spell scroll, the copier must succeed on an intelligence arcana check with a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level to successfully copy it. But I don't know how it works copying spells from one book to another. I don't think there is an arcana check for that because the spell isn't destroyed.
I had thought it still required a check.
Okay.
I don't know. It's probably
But it won't
one of
destroy
those
the book.
gray areas. Yeah, I thought it was one of those gray areas that you kind of like DM just decides what his ruling in the world is.
Oh no, that's from your personal spell book to another spell. It's not helpful. Yeah, there is a check for copying from spell books as well. And I'm pretty sure if it's in a spell book that you're copying from, the spell book isn't destroyed, so you can try again.
Yep, that's accurate.
I failed one. Okay, so I get 5 spells in the to the end of the next day. After that, we're probably gonna have to roleplay because I think Skippy's gonna probably rebel.
Ryan, is it an intelligence check or an arcana check?
Arcana.
Mike is going to do one for me now for the sensing time disturbances.
Okay. That works. Just.
And now one for rewind.
Okay. Nope.
And I lose the time, correct? And the money.
Yeah, that's right. So that's 12 hours and 300 gold gone.
She said, "Kate."
Yeah, and I just did 12 hours? Wait a minute. No, that's too long. Because after 12 hours. That's right. Sorry. I'm
And
bad at
Skippy,
math.
the one she just failed to learn and would like to try again on is the very one that just saved you from being stuck in that purple portal forever.
Let's see a persuasion roll. Let's see how persuasive you are.
Can I use intelligence and try and talk you into it that way?
Sure.
No, he's immune to your logic. He's a creature of impetuousness.
Guidance.
That's cheating. Oh.
No amount of 1d4 is going to help that.
Nope.
No. We always sit here and are always doing your books. Always.
This did just save your life, Skippy, and it could save somebody else's. I'm going to retry it.
Wouldn't that be a level of exhaustion then?
Oh no, she can't. She can't even do. Yeah, she can't even do the full 12 hours in one day. Like it has to be broken up into 2 different days, an 8-hour block and a 4-hour block. So she could start again.
Yeah, I'll just start again and we'll see how it goes.
However, I do understand if the rest of the party doesn't want to sit around while that's going on. So if you wanted to continue on while Faewyn is continuing to learn spells, we could do that.
She's happy to.
Additionally, I just had an idea because Jody, you said you're not available on the 23rd, right?
I would prefer not to be. My dad leaves on the 25th, and I'd really like to be able to spend a bit more time with him before he heads back to Mexico.
For sure. would everybody else be able to play on the 23rd? And we could just say that Faewyn's copying spells the whole time?
Worked for me.
Faewyn would be delighted with that.
Give me 1 second.
If it's good with everybody, I can do that too.
Yeah, don't mind leaving her in the library. It's fine with me.
You said the 23rd?
Yeah.
That'll be that's my nephew's birthday party. I may make it, but I'm happy if it's like a shopping trip. If everybody wants to go shopping, that's totally fine. I am going to actually post in Discord. This was the list of items that I was thinking we would be wanting to potentially sell off. And I've put either the gold prices in the book or the question marks, obviously, if there are ones that are questionable value.
Okay.
So obviously, let me know if anybody disagrees. This is the stuff that's in the bag of holding right now that's of value, but isn't usable. So I didn't sell off any of the diamonds because they're potentially usable as spell components. There's an hourglass I didn't get rid of because Faewyn would like it. There's the ivory coffer because Galen's lashes are in it. There's a few items that we can't use, but they're like Galen's items, things like that. But I figured that would help us with the weight concern.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Agreed over here.
Alternatively, if you guys just wanted to go for a shopping trip, I can just create a group chat, or we can even just do it in the DR group 2 chat, and I'll just say what's available. You guys can take your time until next session next month, picking out what you want and stuff. We don't have to do any role playing in that city or anything.
Well, I think maybe we wouldn't be bad. We used to do some role playing in there, but I mean, I like the idea of doing maybe like the shopping part.
Okay.
But then we could still like go there because I mean, it's a gnomish city. It's the first city we've been to. They've got powerful wizards there. They've got, is this like a seat of their government?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are people who could maybe like move some mountains, as it were, to help us. So. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth like heading there and role playing. And Skippy really wants to go, so we should like go and see this Glimmer review. Sounds awesome.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll post what's available for shopping, and we can discuss what we want to do for the role playing aspect of it. If we want to try to squeeze in an extra session on the 23rd, or if we just want to wait, either one's fine with me.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So the 23rd, like I said, I wouldn't be able to. It's my nephew's birthday, but if everybody's doing it and I can make it, I would jump in where I could, and I would not be upset if I had to get off it.
Well, I think if we're 2 members down, we should probably call it. Yeah, and just do the shopping and the.
Okay, that's what we'll do then.
Yeah, unless you wanted, like, I did roll a stealth roll to like run off on my own.
Oh my God.
I mean, you managed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even. Oh my gosh! Why did I draw a blank there? Lignyck would have an issue getting an eye on you with his passive on 30.
I don't know if I could actively ignore that enough for my passives to be effective.
Like what is your passive perception?
I think it's a 23.
Jeez, that's crazy. Oh.
So this is where you guys will be doing your shopping. The teleportation circle would bring you to the mages area, and you would be free to explore the city and purchase to your heart's content. And I'll come up with lists of stuff that are available